Okay, I think it's about time to start streaming. Let me see if the stream is working. Sound check. Okay, I think it's about time to start streaming. I can hear myself speaking. The stream is working. It is. Alright, let me do that. Hello! How's it going, Chan the Magic Man? Add? Oh, okay. No worries. You're not missing anything. I'm not doing anything yet. I'll type in chat. Alright, I was saying, no worries. You didn't miss anything. I didn't do anything. So, but anyway, welcome in Chan the Magic Man, and welcome in Gibson Lens. How's it going? Merry Christmas, if you guys celebrate Christmas. Happy holidays, if you celebrate other holidays. I guess you can also have... Would that be unfair, because I'm actually wishing the people who celebrate Christmas 2 times, because you can also infer that Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays is for that person. But then if you don't celebrate Christmas, is that rude? I'm sorry if that's rude. My apologies. I just want to wish everybody some sort of general affirmation of potential rest and relaxation and time off from work and commercialization of the year. Anyway, I added more temp emotes until official ones are done. Oh, that's awesome! Okay, hold on, wait. Let's check out some of Gibson Lens's new emotes. Oh, wait. This one's new? Is that right? Let's see. Oh, did you change the... Oh, no, this is an animated one. So, Tengai Cube. Let's see what else. Sorry, we're just looking at Gibson Lens emotes. I actually anticipate today's stream to be pretty quiet because I think a lot of people are probably celebrating Christmas Eve and / or getting ready to celebrate for Christmas Day. Oh, wait, we have this one? And then... yeah, so... and the animated scream... Oh, okay, hold on. That's a nice one. I like the animated scream, actually. Because it looks like it falling into a pit. Oh, it doesn't show it on this screen. But anyway, I'm glad that I have chat. So yeah, you see it right there. Anyway. Yeah, I started late. I guess by late, I mean like a minute. But I was not feeling ready. So I was like, let me just start streaming. And so I haven't done really anything to set up. I was changing like my stream title basically last minute. But yeah, I anticipate this to probably be a pretty quiet stream. So if anybody ends up just wanting to chill, chat, talk, it's a good time to ask questions if anyone just wants to talk about life, the universe, and everything. Honestly, I think I'm pretty good about watching chat, so you don't have to use the AMA. Although I know that at times when it's been busy, somebody has used the Ask Me Anything, and it has worked because I saw it. But um, yeah. All right. Well, for everybody who, what's the meaning of life? I mean, according to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it's 42. But that's not just the answer to life. It's the answer to the life universe and everything. But I guess philosophically, what's the meaning of life? You have to take it from 2 viewpoints, right? Is it your viewpoint, or is it life, the general, like, the general meaning of life? So you take it in 2 different ways. All right, while we're talking about life, let's go ahead and put on my cheating gloves. I still see the little divot that I made when I stuck my fingernail into this. It's going to bother me until I get down to that level. But what's the meaning of life? That is a great question. So what I've taken away from this is, for anybody who didn't know, I used to have a troubling time in life. Um, that's another longer story for another time. By another time, I mean it could very well be later this stream. But um, the meaning of life. It's kind of big stuff when you think about your own life and you kind of wonder, you know. But I feel like life is really what you make it. There's these constructs that people have, and I don't really want to get into a discussion about religion, but generically, a lot of religions talk about things like the afterlife, as though there are things after it. And ultimately, we don't know if there is anything after your current life. But here's a couple of philosophical things to think about it. If there was something after the afterlife, would you remember the memories that you've acquired during this life? I would argue that even if there was something, you would not remember the memories that occur in this life. Because if all of your memories, as we know, is somehow, you know, in your brain, somehow, whether it's encrypted or like encoded into your neurons firing or whatever, right? Would you take it with you? Like, I mean, if there was a life afterwards, but you couldn't remember any of it, does it even matter? Like, but anyway, so whether you believe there's anything or not after the fact, I believe that the meaning of your life, personally, is what you make it. I know that's probably super deep for Christmas, but you know what? There's probably no better time to talk about it because I don't know when it would be a better time, honestly. It's on my mind now. We're talking about it now in chat, you know. So anyway, so that's my view on your personal meaning of life. You know, I can't dictate to you what your meaning of life. I do say this a lot. I do say here, I'm going to come back up here. I've already put on the cheating gloves, so but I do say this a lot, and I say, you know, I don't live your life, or I don't tell you what to do, or you know, I don't tell you how to live your life. Like those phrases, I kind of say that all the time, but I mean it in that I don't really live your life. That's your life to live, and ultimately, it's what you make of it. You know. Welcome in, Charlie's Beats. How's it going? All right, everybody in chat's got sus eyes. All right, awesome. We were just talking about the meaning of life, and then what is the generic meaning of life? That is a different loaded question. If you ask different professions, like people who work in biology, that life probably means something different. I did read an article recently that there's an argument that life happened very shortly after the Big Bang from a physicist kind of thing, but not like in our definition of life as a, hey, it's a biological entity, but life as in like the general arrangement and pruning of potentials based on like the fitness of something. So, so if you just imagine like stars and galaxies and things like that, that they all have some sort of like fitness measure, or like a Darwinian kind of like elimination, so that some possibilities are less likely. Then, you know, I read this article and they argued that if that's life, then we had life shortly thereafter, after the Big Bang. That is, if you believe in the Big Bang. So that's, once again, we're all talking about general things, if these were true, and such. Hey, welcome in, Obi-Wan. How's it going? The meaning of life is, come to my 100 million, $100,000 seminar. Sorry, I wanted to read that and have a lot more zeros, but that was actually 100,000. So anyway, thank you for that meaning of life, Obi-Wan. Then welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. You being in the future, if you celebrate Christmas, it might be Christmas. Do you have Christmas Day on the 25th? I don't know. By the way, I don't do any seminar. More realistic on what they charge. Yeah. Yeah, they're probably going for like cheap seminar, cheap being like affordable, and then like just hitting the masses. Yeah, it's a public holiday. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I had kind of like a weird discussion at the beginning. It's like, oh, is it rude of me to wish both Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays? Because those who don't celebrate Christmas then only get, one greeting, whereas like everybody else who celebrates Christmas gets two greetings. They get the Christmas one and then the Happy Holidays one. So anyway, um, so a couple of things to mention, everybody. The Twitch deck is almost full. We are literally one card away, and I'm actually partially thinking about filling it up because we had somebody sub off stream, not this but it was before last stream actually. And I also have somebody to put into the next Twitch deck. It'll be the first non-mod that goes into the TwitchCon deck. So, yeah, I think without anything else going on at the moment. By the way, if anybody wants to discuss more questions or more philosophy or more existential crises, let me know, because I love, for those of you who don't actually know me, I really like talking about philosophy or like hard line definitions of things. So, okay, for example, a discussion that came up this past week with me and my wife, we were discussing what the difference is between a cupcake and a muffin. Because there were these muffins that were being sold by some grocery store near us, and they basically looked like cupcakes. And we were like, what is the difference between a cupcake and a muffin? And of course, it came down to, well, I have to look up the definition of cupcake, and I have to look up the definition of muffin. And the and the discussion continued. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that cupcakes and muffins are effectively interchangeably the same, or if there's some differences, or if it's only like a labeling difference in certain circumstances? Because I have a very specific answer to this. So, all right, now I have to find. Oh no, did I move? Oh, thank goodness, I did not move my Sharpie upstairs. It is right here. Not that I have one Sharpie, I have many, but I have one down here. So, okay, all right. So, yeah, and this person subbed, and it doesn't look like I don't know if I've seen this person, but so today, guys, we're gonna do it because I would like to wrap out the year. And full disclosure, I'm probably gonna cancel my Sunday stream next week. It's kind of TBD whether I have a makeup stream some other time during the week. But next week on Sunday is New Year's Eve, and probably not streaming. So high probability not streaming. By high probability, it's barring. I don't know what kind of circumstances would have to happen, but so Aries 4443, welcome in. Love you too, sir. Oh, thank you kindly for the love you too, sir. Aries 444, welcome. Yeah, I'm not sure what the difference is without looking it up. I guess cupcake is supposed to be in a cup. So, I mean, that is true in that cupcakes are baked in a cup, but also muffins can also be baked in a cup. And I thought that size perhaps mattered, and it did not, because we have muffins of big and small sizes, cupcakes of big and small sizes, and they're all baked in cups. So that's actually not part of the definition. Yeah, the last card or new deck, says Obi-Wan. Oh, yeah. So this is the last card of the existing Twitch deck. That was the blue bicycle deck. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this out, and then we're gonna sign another card because somebody subbed last time, and I did not realize she hadn't signed a card. And so I messaged her. You might have actually seen me go into her stream, which, by the way, she was randomly streaming video games a lot lately, to ask her, hey, cryptic question. And then I sent her a message in Discord, and then she sent me one back and was like, okay, so I know exactly what card she's going to sign. So, all right. Obi-Wan says, to me, cupcake is essentially muffin, but smaller and with icing. Okay. That is a great answer because the handful of people I've asked everybody agrees that cupcake, if there is frosting on it, it is a cupcake. So even if you initially bake it as a muffin and you put frosting on it, it becomes a cupcake. And as per definition, cupcake typically has icing on it, or frosting or icing. Uh, Frosting and icing is being used synonymously here, whether they actually are the same or not. But okay, so for the 5 of clubs, this will be the last card being filled, and this person subbed literally a week ago before the stream. Paralyzer 67. So I'm going to have them sign this because they T1 subbed, and it's the first time subbing, and it was not a gift sub. So they subbed me for some reason. So if Paralyzer, you are watching, thank you kindly for the sub. You will sign this card. Paralyzer 67. Alright, I will break apart the 67. 67. There we go. And that completes the blue-backed bicycle Twitch deck. Alright, I do see the request, Aries, that you put in at random. Let me go ahead and find the Aries signed. I know, Aries, you've signed a card, right? I'm pretty sure. I did make a spreadsheet, so if I can't find it, I will have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. First things first, let me find the spreadsheet. Find Aries. Aries, am I mistaken? Have you not signed one? There's a chance that I also misremember. Okay, and then the other card that we need to sign is someone who's been subbed for a few times, but she almost never requests a trick and hops in occasionally, but is a good friend of the stream. She's actually streaming right now. Okay, Queen of Hearts. Yes. Okay. Alright, so for those of you who are familiar with Cashmere Feline, Cashmere Feline has been subbed here for a while. And in this deck, we have the 2 red aces signed by our mods, Gibson Lens and the Rusty Panda. Oh, I should probably remove the the helper card. Actually, there's 2. It's handy that those could actually double up as extra jokers. But we need to have the Queen of Hearts signed for Cashmere Feline. Excellent. Gibson Lens has the emotes, and so we will do that, and then we will do our first trick. Sorry for the delay. All right, here we are. I hope I don't mess up. Cashmere. And then we'll flip it for Feline over here. Feline. Alright, there we are. Thank you kindly for the shout out to Cashmere Feline. So yeah, there we have it. If you guys aren't following Cashmere Feline, please give Cashmere Feline a follow. Normally does productivity streams, but seeing her play a bunch of video games, so. Alright, excellent. Alright, what a great day. Okay. Another thing that I'm thinking about as well, I do want to offer up the ability for people to sign cards who are regulars that that don't have a card signed, because it's nice to have cards signed for regulars, whether you can financially support me or not. So probably next year, 2024, I'm going to have a channel point redeem. I don't know how much it's going to be, but I don't know, mods, if you have any ideas of like what a reasonable, like I don't want it to be too high. Like 100, some people do 100K as like make me a VIP, and I'm like, that seems way more involved than like just signing a card. So I don't know, maybe we make it like, I don't know, 25K. So anyway, let me know what people's thoughts are. So, oh, what am I doing? I have to find aces. Let me find aces. Because yeah, I think it's super fun having signed cards, and so it will also give me the opportunity to have more cards signed in the deck. Let's see, that sounds about right. Yeah, I don't want to make it like too insane. Okay, so what we have here are the aces. Ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, and ace of spades. Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and place all of the other aces out onto the table. And what we're going to do is I'm going to try and get all of the aces to gather basically here at the very end. So let's see here. We have, I'm going to put 3 cards onto each of the piles, like so. Yeah, 25 to 50K range. Yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable. Okay, let's square these up. Okay. Yeah, also, I know that some people are like building up lots of channel points, and I think maybe besides like, I found it the other day, Charlie's Beats does not have over 100K, and I think it's because Charlie probably redeems the clear plastic cards and like other, 1,000 point redeems like all the time. So, but I do know Gibson Lens does have over 100,000 now. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and get all the aces to come over here, but slowly, I think I did show this off the last couple of times. So I have a cat's cradle string, and I'm going to go ahead and use this string. I'm here at 116.8K. That's probably a lot. Oh, Charlie says 49K. That's a lot. That's pretty good. Considering I don't stream that much, like anybody who has like a fair amount of channel points probably has watched a lot, because like I'm mostly streaming once a week. Like I remember I was doing that project for video games and stuff for a little bit, but okay. All right, I'm going to channel this ace from up here all the way down here through Cat's Cradle. And I know you don't believe me now, but that's okay. Look, there's no ace up here now. So if we take a look down here, it has, well, we knew that the ace of spades was here. That's some other card, that's some other card. And look, the ace of diamonds has shown itself. Okay, let's go ahead and do that again, but with this pile instead. And look, that ace is going to channel itself from up here down here. I know it's a little distracting. There's so many like colors, right? But look, there's no aces here. Yeah, cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. So here we have the ace of spades, some other card, the ace of diamonds, and of course the ace of clubs. So the ace of clubs has jumped down there. Okay, last one. For those of you who aren't aware, yeah, those are song lyrics. I forget the song. The tune is in my head. Cats in the cradle and this. All right, hold on. I'm trying to finish this trick before I remember. If somebody else can get it, name that tune. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and channel the final ace here into this pile because now we have. Come on, come on. Now we have the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. Now, some people believe that this is potentially sleight of hand, and you know what? You are probably correct because you're watching a sleight of hand magic stream. But if I go ahead and I place the ace of spades in here, if you were here, I could ask you to go ahead and place your hand on top of this pile. But in lieu of you being here, let me go ahead and place the fidget spinner. So you'll see that I won't disturb it. But look, this is what I'm going to do. If I go ahead and I tap the top of your hand, I can draw the ace of spades up, barely disturbing the fidget spinner. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you saw it, but I have 4 cards here now. And here's the ace of hearts, ace of diamonds, ace of clubs, and the ace of spades. And now if I ask you to go ahead and look under your hand, we have 4 non-aces. And that, my friends, is the Ace Assembly. Aries, thank you so much for the request. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, whew. Alright, warmed up. All right. Obi-Wan says, "What?" Poggers. Obi-Wan, had you not seen that one before? I'm just curious. Okay, and then we have a request from Charlie's Beats. Oh, Aries, thank you so much for the request, Aries. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Okay, let's see here. Let me find some cards. Oh, while I'm finding some cards, something exciting has happened. Josh Bell contacts. I watch as if it's my first time each time. Awesome, yes. Yeah, I was actually looking at a meme recently, and I'm like, that is so true. So, when magicians see a card trick, they're like, ooh, which family of card trick? What techniques are they using? And it lists like 50 bajillion. And then it shows a layperson on the right, and it's like, oh, they see a card trick. This is what they think. Oh, it's a card trick. That's all it is. Welcome in, Unfocused in IA. Hello. How are you? Welcome in. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Oh, thanks for giving Nalani a shout out. Yeah, if you guys are not following Unfocused in IA, please give Nalani a follow. Musician, plays piano, guitar, sings, puts on funny hats, but also a variety streamer, plays games, does arts and crafts, so all sorts of things. So definitely a fun time. If you guys are not following Unfocused, please give Unfocused a follow. I'm good. Just got home after a church gig. Oh, and then family Christmas. Oh, thank you for your shout. Yeah. For sure, Nalani. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yes. Exciting news. For those of you who did not kind of hear down the grapevine, I have recently been accepted into one of the largest magician organizations in the world. I've been accepted into the Society of American Magicians. So, just this past Tuesday. So exciting news. Yeah, we chatted a little bit about it in somebody else's stream. Was it in Gibson Lens's stream? I think. Oh, now you're a member of a secret organization. I mean, it's not that secret. They're very public about about their existence. Um, so yeah. Thank you. Oh, Kashmir's, I think. Oh, okay. All right. That's right. Oh, yeah, because Tuesday, how would it have mathematically been? Yeah, yeah. It must have been. That's right. Because I'm like, wait. Oh, yeah, Gibson Lens streams on Monday and Friday normally, so it wouldn't have worked out. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's right. I forget. I'm forgetful. Children will do that to you. Um, so yeah, some people I guess were wondering like what entails going into that. So I had to do a 10-minute magic show, which I had 70 plus tricks that I could draw from because stream and this all the tricks that I put in StreamerSonglist, and then I knew a couple other ones, but to fill 10 minutes, I basically did like 5 tricks, like pretty briskly, and it was pretty officious. I said officious as like it's a real word, but I almost never use the word officious, but it's pretty official because after that was done, they had me leave the room. They, I guess, talked about me, and not just talked about me, but voted whether I could enter or not. I was not the only person left the room. Everybody who was not an official member left the room. So there was like 5 of us standing out there. And then I came back in, and then they're like, "Okay, you're in." And I'm like, "Yeah, all right." So you had to audition to become a member. I'm not sure if this is like an audition. I feel like the intent of this is to make sure that A, I wanted to perform magic. B, I was not just there to learn the secrets. Um, and C, I guess just to show that I learned something to improve because they wanted you to go to a handful of meetings. I think it was like before pandemic, it was like 3 or 4 meetings, and then if you wanted to join, then you had to do your entrance show. But considering I had basically 4 years to come up with an entrance show and learn everything, um, like a job interview. Yes, it's a very low. I guess it was like a low stakes job interview. Like I did not have to worry, I guess, too much about making it because it was like, well, if I don't make it, I feel like I'm doing a lot of magician-y things already, so I felt okay. But if I didn't make it, I mean, look, I know too much, I think, about magic. If I wanted to destroy the art of magic, I mean, there are already people on YouTube trying to destroy the art of card magic, and it's like I could just join the ranks, but I don't want to do that. So it's like, uh, anyway, we have a request from Charlie's Beats. All right, so we have the Ace of Spades, the Two of Spades, the Three of Spades, the Four of Spades, and the Five of Spades. Unfocused says that's so awesome. Awesome. Yes. Obi-Wan says, congratulations. Thank you kindly. Greatly appreciate it. All right. So first things first. We have a weird deck here. So if I go ahead and I place the Ace of Spades, not on the top, not on the bottom, right? And I push it into the deck, and I snap. That's actually going to make the Ace of Spades jump back up to the top. I know, that's super weird. That shouldn't happen. But look, if I go ahead and I take the Ace of Spades and I once again place it into the middle, not on the top, not on the bottom, if I snap, that's actually going to make the Ace jump back up to the top. Now you're probably wondering, Nam, how can I keep track of what card is on top? Because you have 5 cards, and I only have 2 eyes. And to that I would say, well, you haven't encountered pirates with 1 eye patch. They only have 1 eye. But yeah, you're right. That's probably not fair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove one of the cards. So next, we have, once again, the 2 of Spades. Now if I go ahead and I take the 2 and I place it into the middle of the packet, it's not on the top. It's not on the bottom. And now if I push it in, but I snap, That's going to make the 2 jump back up to the top. I know, super weird. Super weird. And look, I can even do it again. If I take the card, place it not on the top, not on the bottom, snap, that 2 is going to hop back up to the top. And you're probably thinking, Nam, how can I track where the 2 is amongst 3 other cards? Because I only have 2 eyes, and there are 4 cards there. And I would be like, you're right, how is this fair? Let me take this out for you. Okay, here, we'll do something different with the 3. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn these cards face up. And we have the 3, the 4, and the 5 of spades. Now, if I take the 3 and turn it... if I take the 3 and I place it face up in between the 4 and the 5, instead of doing a snap, because that'll bring it up to the top, I'm just going to give it a light shake. Now, that light shake... I'm thinking as though I'm creating like a very lightly blended smoothie or something here, but... Here, have a light shake. Cheerio. Could you add a dash of honey? That's actually going to turn... I don't even know where that came from, everybody. But that's actually going to turn the 3 face down. I know, super weird. But look, if I turn the 4 and the 5 face down and I place the 3 in between, and once again, I give it a light shake. Cheerio. That's going to go ahead and turn the 3 back face up. And to that, you would say, hey, that doesn't seem fair. You have 3 cards. I only have 2 eyes. And to that, I would say, yeah, there's too many cards, right? So here, I'm going to go ahead and remove the 3. Okay, so we have a couple of cards left. We have the 4 and the 5. Now, if I take the 4 and I place it underneath the 5, you would expect that now the 4 is on the bottom and the 5 is on the top. But look, if I snap, that 4 actually is going to jump up to the top. And on the bottom is still the 5. I know, that's super weird, right? Super weird. But actually, let me do it face up, because perhaps we can... Let me go ahead and I grab the 4, and I'm going to place it now on the bottom, okay? And as you would expect, there is indeed the 5 on the top, and the 4 is on the bottom. Actually, wait, this is super interesting, right? Because... let me go ahead and remove the 4. So let me go ahead and remove the 4. So now I only have the 5. But actually, that was kind of a weird thing, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and use the fidget spinner. And the fidget spinner is going to do some sort of weird magic trickery to the card, because... there should be no excuses, because at 2 cards, it was parity with your eyes. But now there's only 1 card, so you could dedicate both eyes to the 1 card. And so, next emote, fidget spinner! You know what? That thought did cross my mind, because I was like, I'm literally using this thing since I found it. By the way, for anybody who doesn't know what this is, I literally found this while I was cleaning, and then I brought it downstairs to the stream setup, and I'm like, you know, maybe I should use this on stream. And then I think I've used it every single stream since then. Rob could also use a fidget spinner emote. That's true. Yeah, if anybody is familiar with Rob Kovacs has a spin the spinner redeem. And one of the favorite things that I like to do in Rob Kovacs' stream is request spin the spinner while he's doing a song, and then he spins it mid-song. He also has an original called In Orbit. I like to request it for that because it thematically makes sense, right? Because you're spinning around in orbit. All right, I'm getting a little bit off. Let me just finish the trick because the fidget spinner's done. It's done cooking. So, but anyway, you probably think that this is the 5, and you know what? You'd be correct because it is a 5, but it's not the 5 that you think it is. Because I don't know why I didn't do this initially, because these are all the spades, and our friend Charlie's Beats has signed not the 5 of spades, but Charlie requested this. So actually, this needs to be the 5 of hearts, signed by Charlie's Beats, the requester of this trick. Also in chat right now. So, but anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. That was too many cards with a Charlie's Beats punchline. I don't want to suggest that Charlie's Beats punches people. That would be probably out of line. I don't know Charlie's Beats that well. I've never seen Charlie in a fight. Like, you know, I'm sure Charlie would back me up, though. He seems like the type of person who would back me up. He's got the sus eyes. All right, let's see. Next up, we have a request from Unfocused in IA. Thank you for the request, Nalani. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. All right, thank you so much for requesting that, Charlie's Beats. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at how I'm going to do this trick. Okay. Okay, what am I going to do here? Okay, so we have the 4 aces. Oh, actually, let me, okay, we have the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. Actually, the ace of diamonds is signed by Unfocused in IA. So, Nalani, thank you so much for being a supporter of the stream. Okay, so what we're going to do with this trick is I want to do something interesting. If I was to hold this packet and hold it in my hand face down and give it a shake, I think what might happen is one of those aces will turn itself face up after I'm done shaking. But it's probably easier if I show you rather than just tell you. So let me just go ahead and hold the packet, and then I'm going to go ahead and give it a shake. I like this temp emote more, says Gibson Lance. Oh, Gibson Randy. Nice. All right. So here we go. One of those aces, I believe, should have turned itself face up. I know, look at that. That's super weird, right? That is the ace of hearts. Now, all of the aces are face down, but if I go ahead and hold the packet and give it another shake, that's actually going to turn another ace face up. In this case, the ace of clubs. I know. Is that weird or what? Okay, next we need to show you that all of the cards are face down. All 4 aces are face down. But if I hold the packet and give it a little bit of a shake, that's actually going to turn up one of those aces. And it's actually going to turn up the ace of diamonds. Now, there's only one more left. I think it's the ace of spades. But once again, let me just show you all of the cards are face down. Now if I hold the packet and I give it a little bit of a shake, that will actually turn up our ace of spades. Now there is something strange with this, because look, if I show you all of the aces, and we can do one other interesting thing. People think that I have to do this just with one of the aces, and if I hold it and I give it a shake. But I do want to do one other thing with this. If I go ahead and I spread the deck, and this is mostly just to prove to you that there isn't anything in there already. If I cut the aces into the middle of the deck like this, and I hold the whole deck and I shake it very vigorously. Actually, let me just give it a light shake with a dab of honey. Let me just show you. This is super interesting because with that light shake... Oh my god, why are we transporting? What? This is not one of those tricks. We're not transporting anything anywhere. Unless we mangled their DNA or something. We mangled their molecules or atoms. All of those aces turn face up in the middle of the deck when shaken vigorously. Sorry, when shaken lightly. And that, my friend, is the French twist. Thank you so much for that request, Unfocused in IA. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for the claps. Obi-Wan, Unfocused, Gibson Lens. Oh, I'm thinking you are using Star Trek technology to do those tricks. So you know what? Today, another thought crossed my mind. Unfocused says, thank you. Ah, you're welcome, Unfocused. Thank you for gracing my stream. I know I stream at a weird time because it's late on Sunday, and usually Monday is like a work day for most people, and even for me, I end up having to. And then also for the last like month, almost 2 months, my kid has been waking up randomly, and I thought she was past the point, but apparently there's like this point when kids are 2 years old, and it's like they wake up, and then they're like, hey, they can talk and say, "Daddy, please come to the room," and I'm like, and she won't go back to bed unless we go there. So anyway, thank you so much for the claps, Chan, Charlie, and Gibson Lens. Greatly appreciate it. And so yeah, there have been other opportunities where I was like, maybe I should stream video games because I wanted to stream video games, but then I'm like, if the kid cries, then we have to go back upstairs. I'll have to end the stream, and it's just to avoid that stress. I'm like, okay, let me just not stream on this other random day during the middle of the week because that's basically what would end up happening. So as much as I would like to start streaming again, I don't think it's quite in the cards. Pun intended. Oh my god, I just dropped some. Yes. All right. So thank you so much for that request, Nalani. Frolic Chris, welcome in. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Frolic Chris, how are you doing? Merry Christmas, Happy holidays. Holler. Sorry. Merry Christmas, Happy holidays, and yeah, Happy New Year as well. I was announcing that I don't think I will be doing a New Year's Eve stream. But if I don't know if I'm going to make it up another day, but if I do, awesome, and if I don't, then oh well. Delicious. Oh, I recorded my magic trick that's going to publish tomorrow on YouTube. And for those of you who were here last stream, you got to see me use the ornament, but I presented it in a different way. So yeah, it's just an ornament that's like a wooden ornament. It's truck, Christmas trees. It says Merry Christmas on the bottom. So also, I think I sent you bits. Did you get them? I tried to use text to speech. Oh, hold on. I did not scroll. Wait, I don't have text to speech here. Are you talking to somebody else or are you talking to me? Say it live. I mean, if you want me to text to speech something, oftentimes you just put it in chat. I will read it out loud, but you have to say it live. It is on your about page. What? Are you saying that that's like an extension that I have? I'm gonna have to look into that because I don't know if I have anything. Yes, it's an extension. Oh, okay. If I have it enabled, I don't actually have it enabled. So I'm gonna have to follow up on that. Sorry, Frolic Chris. I don't know if I have that working. My apologies if and if let me know what you sent. I can try and look for it, and if not, I mean I'll go to your channel and give you bits back. It's fine. I don't. Well, here are the bits that what? Frolic Chris. Hold on. Let me read this as though it was. Well, here are the bits then. I don't know why I sounded like James T. Kirk, but it's like an extension you have and forgot you had. It's one of those. Yeah, I might have been experimenting like back when I started stream, but I didn't. Indubitably, Brendan. Hello. Magic Christmas, yes. Hello, welcome in to my stream. Merry Christmas. And let's see, Frolic Chris says, back when he was in his experimental, yes, back when I was in my experimental phase. That's right. I tried it last time and it didn't work. Oh, did you try it last time? Yes. So sorry if you guys think I have some sort of text to type. But anyway, Frolic Chris, thank you so much for the bits. Let me know if you want the bits back. I'll drop in and I'll give you bits. Oh yeah, thanks for giving Indubitably Brendan a shout out. Yeah, if you guys are not following Indubitably Brendan, please give Indubitably Brendan. That's almost like a tongue twister if you say that a lot. A follow. So I had the pleasure of meeting Indubitably Brendan at TwitchCon, and actually, I'm glad you showed up because I technically owe Brendan a magic trick. So, long story short, we were just kind of trying at the end to show a trick while they were kicking us out of the convention center, and so Brendan says, "Man, I can't type tongue twister for me fingies." And so, yeah. Yeah, by the way, if anybody wants to see anything, queue is currently empty. So if anybody would like to request something, for those of you who don't know, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled with a K, 2 E's, 3 N's. Here I am. I like to do sleight of hand card magic. If you met me at TwitchCon, you probably saw me doing card magic. So anyway, please feel free to request a trick, and if not, I do want to do something for Brendan. So let me just put a magician's choice in there. Oh. Mark Rides, welcome in. And you tried to do a random request twice and it was performed too recently? I performed literally 3 tricks, I think. No, 2 tricks. Not even. Hold on. 2 or 3 tricks. Yes, the legend. I'm so glad I got you in person. Yes. Been aware of the legend for a while. Okay, awesome. Wait. Oh my god, Mark Rides. How unlucky that that was. I literally did 3 tricks and you got it twice. How Jared Roke, welcome in. Thanks for the lurk. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah. Holy crap. And with the wave of his hand, all the tricks were performed. It's a magic. Hold on, I just want to do the math on this because I have, like, let's say 70 tricks. So 3 divided by 70. Oh my god, so, wait, so that's 4%. And then, so, hold on. Times that. So, you hit a 0.18%, Mark Rides, that you would have gotten 2 tricks in a row that were already performed, and I've only performed 3 tricks on a 70 trick list. That is insane. That is like, you should probably like play the lottery or something, just in case that it manifests into something. Oh my god. I am so sorry. In the multiverse, Crazy Asian is performing all tricks simultaneously. Yo, that is probably, I mean, I could see it. I could see it. Okay, alright. Okay, alright, let me do Frolic Chris's request, and then we'll do... so I put a Magician's Choice for Indubitably Brendan, which I'll have to take a moment to find, because I know Indubitably Brendan signed a card from TwitchCon, so it's not in the main Twitch deck, but it's one of the other ones. And we'll do a trick with that, and then we'll proceed with the list. And unfortunately, Mark Rides had the misfortune of getting 2 in a row that did not. But that, like, the odds were, I mean, it's not astronomical, but it's like close to it. Like, I'm like, I don't know. Is that a critical fail though? Shouldn't I avoid the lottery? Oh, I guess that's true. You're right. Yeah, maybe you should avoid the lottery at the moment. It kind of is a critical fail. Okay, alright. So, what we have here is... Let's go, I'm so stoked! Alright. The Trek Nerd, welcome in. It's stratospheric! Okay, alright. Alright, Frolic Chris. So, what we have here... bunch of cards. They are different. Just trust me, I don't use forcing decks, which if you guys are familiar with forcing decks, it's literally a deck of 52 of the exact same card. I'm going to need a selection here, and let me make sure. I believe the heat map is up. So let's just go ahead and spread these cards out. I'm going to need a card selected. Frolic Chris, if you are on desktop, if you would like to go ahead and just click directly on the screen, and that will put a heat map directly on the screen. That will be your selection. This is important because I don't want to see this card. Alright, just to confirm, Frolic Chris, is that... Oh, here, I'll spread these out, but that's on this one. Is this you, Frolic Chris? Just making sure. Yes, alright, great. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and push that out. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes, turn my head, cough, flip the card over. Alright, take a look at that card. Somebody in chat, make sure you know what it is. Hopefully Frolic Chris knows what it is. I'm now going to flip the card back over, and I will turn my head back. Okay, alright. Alright, Frolic Chris has got it. Alright, excellent. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and lose this card into the deck, like so. Now, some people believe that magicians will hold a break and locate it and all of that jazz, but today we're not doing that trick. I mean, not right now. I guess if somebody requests it later, I would do it. But so yeah, no breaks, no nothing. It is legitimately in the deck. I don't know where it is. But when I mess up a trick or I need help in magic, the true talent, the true magical talent of the stream, if you guys haven't met this, I don't want to say this person because obviously it's an entity. This entity, let me introduce you to it. If you have not met our friend, the Deck Sock, this is the true magical talent. Gets me out of all sorts of trouble and fixes all of my magical mistakes. Yeah, the sock says Obi-Wan. Yeah, if you guys have the emotes, feel free to go ahead and spam it. But look, this is what the Deck Sock is going to do. The Deck Sock is going to softly caress the top of the deck. It's very soft and very caressy. It's sponsored by Deck Sock. Yo, yo, yo. Indubitably Brendan. Hashtag not sponsored. The person who actually sells the Deck Sock, I don't have their permission. I didn't have, I'm just, just so you guys know. Get a room, Sock, says the Trek Nerd. Alright, so let me just... Now the Deck Sock's telling me to spread. The deck! Not anything else, just the deck. So here, let me spread the deck. And we'll notice something something interesting. There's one card that is conspicuously different than the rest. And it's this one. Okay, one sus card, says Indubitably Brendan. I want to call you Brendan, but honestly, Indubitably is so fun to say. So I'm going to say it a lot, but, maybe not all the time. But that's... Okay, the Trek Nerd is laughing as well. Red is infectious. I know. Go for it. The card is the imposter. Frolic Chris, you're not wrong. Go ahead, Frolic Chris, and name the actual face of the imposter. I love the way you say it. You're crazy, says Rude Boy. Alright, Frolic Chris, what was the name? Two of Hearts. Let me just show you that the Two of Hearts is indeed the imposter. Two of Hearts. I know, super weird. Okay. That's okay. The Deck Sock can do it again. The Deck Sock can do it again, okay? So what we're going to do is, once again, let's just go ahead and have... you know what? Here, what I'm going to do is we'll just spread, and then Frolic Chris, if you can, go ahead and just click directly on the screen while I go through some of these cards, and then we'll stop at one, and that will hopefully be your new selection. That one, this one right here, okay. Do you want to change your mind? Hold on. Yeah, this one. Okay, that's the one. All right. My mind is made up. Okay, cool. I'm going to once again show you this card. I'm going to close my eyes, turn my head, cough, and then go ahead and show you that card. Make sure somebody knows it in chat. Hopefully that was enough time. I'm going to tilt it back down. And before I'm going to open my eyes, turn my head back, before I close it up, somebody has it? All right, Frolic Chris says K. Great. I'm now once again going to lose it in the deck. No breaks, no nothing. Rude Boy says, man, you have nice hands, Crazy. You ever thought of doing modeling? And I'm like, I don't know. Not hand modeling. But you know what? I model sometimes when I create abstract models in C# code. Sorry, only nerdy, geeky people will probably love that. Okay, so now, here we have the deck sock. Alright, I got it. Alright, okay. Oh, haha, okay, great. Now, once again, the deck sock is going to lovingly caress the top of the deck. God, dad joke, that's right. Going to lovingly caress the top of the deck. And once again, now, if I spread the deck sock told me to spread the deck. We should see one card turn red. Hold on, that didn't work. I don't think. No, it doesn't look good here. It doesn't look good there. Nope, I don't see anything. Hold on, deck sock, did you do this right? Guys, hold on. I think the deck sock might be throwing me under the bus. Alright, deck sock, go ahead and lovingly caress. Okay, here we go. Ready? I don't see it. Hey, for all Chris, go ahead and tell us the name of the second sus card. It's okay to tell me. 5 of diamonds. Okay. Alright. Oh, the deck sock is now telling me what is actually happening. So, your card isn't going to turn red because it is already red. So according to the deck sock, okay, I see what happened. The deck sock is currently touching this red card, which was the 2 of hearts before. But now, if we take a look, it is the 5 of diamonds. I get it. All right. Very well then. Thank you kindly, deck sock. Anyway, thank you so much for the request, Frolic Chris. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Mind blown, says Frolic Chris. Alright. The Crow of Diamonds. Yes. Hot mama. Never trust a magician. I mean, just trust that I'm going to lie to you. Like, that is the, yeah. Alright. Here we go. Delicious heat map. And that, my friends, is the Red Hot Mama from Chicago. Okay. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for that request, Frolic Chris. Well, thank you kindly for the mind blown, Rude Boy. All right, so let me give a proper hello, Rude Boy. How's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, you came in doing that trick. Was in the middle of the trick, but welcome in. How's it going? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And those of you who I have not had a chance to say that to, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Let's see. Yep, made my modeling dad joke there. Awesome. Yes, my mind is made up, says Frolic Chris. Man of conviction. There we go. Let's see. You allowed to do any magic in any of the Vegas casinos? I mean, I'm probably allowed. Whether people would watch me or not, I mean, I don't know. But I probably would not be allowed to play where I would touch the cards. So... but I mean, I don't do gambling demonstrations as any of the tricks because, like, I typically don't like a lot of gambling demonstrations. But there's also this thing where a lot of people nowadays don't necessarily know and understand how to play a lot of card games, so they don't understand like the value of hands. Like if it wasn't for like the popularity of poker, and like like not esports, but it's like it's aired on television as like a sport. People probably wouldn't know about poker, but like for other card games, it's pretty much nil. Like there's so few people. It's kind of hard to explain if you don't already know how to play those card games. Chad, you better have good Xmas. I'm not giving you a choice. All right. Well, Rude Boy says we all have to have great Christmases. So, Magic the Gathering, Frolic Chris. I have done Magic with Magic the Gathering cards. I even have a redeem here if you would like to see Magic with Magic the Gathering cards. You can request a trick or put in a Magician's Choice and then redeem the Magic the Gathering blue redeem. So I'll try and do a trick with Magic the Gathering cards. I've done it before and I'll do it again. All right, but next up we have a Magician's Choice for our friend Indubitably Brendan, because I met Brendan at TwitchCon and I owe him a trick. So, let me first of all, Brendan, do you remember which card you signed? Because I'm gonna have to. Oh, never know. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I got super lucky. Here it is. Here's the Indubitably Brendan signed 7 of Hearts in the red TwitchCon deck. Wow, that was super lucky. Okay, we found it. We found it. All right. Okay, so what we are going to do is let me give Indubitably Brendan. Did you see me perform any tricks? I think you saw the ones I performed. You were standing around Fariha, right, by the end of the day. Did you see a couple of those, or just wanted to double check? I guess I don't want to do doubles for you, but we may end up doing that. Frolic Chris, lurk, wrapping stuff. Totally get it. Yeah, I was kind of panicking the last few days to get. Yep, I saw you and Fariha. Okay, awesome. So, all right. So you definitely saw the trick. Okay. So this is what we are going to do instead. Okay. I'm going to use the 4 7s, mostly because I've already separated them out. So here's the 4 7s, and there's the indubitably signed, Indubitably Brendan signed 7 of Hearts. Okay, now I have to figure out what to do. Oh, actually, I don't have to do anything else, right? Okay, so let me introduce you to them. 7 of Clubs, 7 of Diamonds, 7 of Spades, and of course the 7 of Hearts. Now, I am going to need another card selected, but it doesn't have to be anything special, and I can see it. It's not a big deal. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through, and we'll stop somewhere. Let's say here. So that's going to be the 10 of Spades. So the 10 of Spades is the selection. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place the 10 of Spades here into the middle of this packet. Now, I'm going to go ahead and use the 7s as my helpers. And we're going to go ahead and turn them all face down. Like this, like this, like this, and of course like this. And what we're going to do is hopefully something interesting. So if I go ahead and I just wave my hand over these cards. 1, 2, 3. There's actually one card here now, and if we take a look at that one card that we're going to spread, that's actually going to become 4 cards. I don't know if you noticed, but this card that's now the one card, we thought it was not possible that it could be the 10 of Spades, but believe it or not, it is indeed the 10 of Spades. And over here, how did that one card turn into 4 cards? Well, these 4 cards are our 4 helper cards. The 7 of Clubs, the 7 of Diamonds, the 7 of Spades, and the 7 of Hearts, signed by our friend Indubitably Brendan. And that, my friends, is a trick. Indubitably Brendan, thank you so much for hopping in, and hopefully you enjoyed. Mark Rides, I see the request for Magic the Gathering cards. Or the redeem. Let me get that accurately. Yeah, so if anybody didn't know, I was able to fill out basically 2 decks at TwitchCon. So this is mostly full. There's not that many cards left. Or wait, did I fully fill this? I don't remember, but I think I mostly filled this. And then that's the blue TwitchCon, and then this is the red TwitchCon deck. So this is the one that I was doing the second half of TwitchCon, and so I remember meeting Brendan towards the end. So I'm like, had to be in the red deck. So there we go. Indubitable Brenda says, "Love that TD clip in Discord too." Yeah, since I was performing the trick, I was unable to record myself most of the time, but a few other friends nearby were able to record, and so I believe that clip was that a House Andrel clip, because so they were around, they were filming, and they did a recap stream as well. So we ended up, I ended up being able to clip that from their stream. Yeah, it worked out. Yes, that's right. Okay. Yeah, we were saying right there. Yes, House and Drell. That's right. Okay. Did you see the message after redeem? Oh, Mark Rides. Let me see here. Wait to Frolic Chris isn't lurking for that. Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. Cool. Sounds good. Let me go ahead and Alright, so anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that, Indubitably Brendan. I am now no longer going to have personal guilt for not being able to show you a trick because we're getting kicked out of a convention center. So I'm glad that is, I mean, for my personal life is now settled. I'm sure on your side, maybe not a big deal, and you're like, but that's okay. Now I'm going to be like, I can sleep well tonight. I don't owe Indubitably Brendan a trick anymore. It wasn't really keeping me up at night. We could attribute the keeping me up at night to a 2-year-old. It is my 2-year-old. Oh yes, reminder, if anybody has been sitting around and you have not hydrated in a bit, please hydrate. I don't know anybody that's still alive that doesn't hydrate. Okay, let me see here. Let me first, before I proceed to doing Mark Ride's trick, let me prep for it with magic cards to see if I can do it. And then I won't do it yet until Frolic Chris comes back. So let me just double check and see what I have as far as cards go. Offhand here. And do I have enough to do Aria? Actually, that would be a great thing to check. Okay, let me see. I have these, that, and the other thing. And then, do I have precisely 4 of something? Ooh, I have precisely 4 of something. Okay, will that work? And then do I have enough? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm trying to do something on the fly and determine if I have enough magic cards or if I have to get some more magic cards. Oh, yeah, okay, we have enough. Here we go. Alright, this is going to be brilliant. I have enough to do Aria with magic cards without having to go get more magic cards. That is insane. Alright. Okay, alright. Let's see here. Gariki! Just hydrated! Excellent. Alright. Brendan says, it's my gift to you. Yes. No, we need to file for Guinness Book of Records for longest card trick. I loved it. Yeah. I don't know if I would have it. I'm sure that there's some professional magicians who might have started a card trick, decades, left it running, and then finished the punchline like decades later. So, I'm sure I do not have it. Okay, let's see here. Got some bots that need smashing. Finished on their deathbed is caught. Oh yeah, by the way, Gariki, thank you for letting me know about bots last time. I did end up banning a couple, so. Cough, this your card. Alright, okay, so let me see how I'm going to do the queue. Let me just pop, let me see here. Okay, I'm going to, actually Coin Matrix is pretty quick. So let me do Coin Matrix, play it straight, and then Arya with magic cards. And also just to remind myself with MTG cards. Just so I guess. How do I bring up the queue? Oh, Rude Boy. You can just type in how, and honestly, a lot of people don't know the names of tricks to things. So you can just type in !random to request more magic. But if you want to see names of tricks and stuff, feel free. That's where it is. So yeah, I just use StreamerSonglist. Okay, so coin matrix. I have a bunch of coins that I was playing with. So let me use them instead of pulling my normal coins, mostly because these are legitimate currency coins. So, alright. Okay, alright. So we have 4 coins, 4 cards. And I'm going to go ahead and cover each coin with a card. So there we are. Here we go. There's another one. And of course, last one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will hopefully teleport some coins around. And I guess if people like to use the sound alerts, this would probably be very appropriate for the transporter sound. But I'm going to go ahead and make this coin jump from here up there. Pay attention, it happens pretty quick. There's one. This one's going to hop up there. There's 2, and the last one is going to go pretty quick. There's 3. And that, my friends, is the basic coin matrix. Now, normally I would end it there. However, I remember performing this without any cards in the past, and I just refreshed myself. I didn't really practice it. I literally just did it once, and I was like, oh, so I may have to do this a lot slower than I normally do, but we can go ahead and give it a shot and just see how it goes. And if I mess up on stream, I mess up on stream. Alright, so here we go. Ready? Here's the funny part. Like, I don't even know if I can remember all of the parts to this trick. But so far, everything looks like it's going okay. And now so now we have 3 over here. And this part's the tricky part, because I have to get this last one over here. So, alright. And there, my friends, is the cardless coin matrix. So, how long, Aries has a question. How long have you been doing magic? Aries, I've been doing magic for, I would say, almost 5 years. I would say 4 normally, but it's almost 2024. And I think I started like in February. So almost 5 years now. So you just got 2 coin matrices, one with cards, one without cards. And hopefully that looked alright. Thank you so much for the request. Chan the Magic Man, hopefully you enjoyed that. So, Chan, do you do the coin matrix and / or the, with the cards or without the cards? I'm just curious, because I don't remember seeing that on your stream. Never? Oh, okay. Alright. Gotcha. Cool. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Rude Boy, Gibson Lens, and took care of Aries' question. So yeah, not too long, almost 5 years. Alright, let's see here. Frolic Chris, paging Frolic Chris, are you listening? I know you said you were lurking to rap, but if you could just let us know if you were present, I can do Mark Rides' request. because he also requested that you be present. If not, I will eventually do it. Worst case scenario, we can clip it or highlight it and send it over to Chris later. Okay, so we have a request from Charlie's Beats for a trick. Ah, good pick. Good pick. It almost seems as though Charlie knows what's going on here. Alright. Okay. Let me just double check and make sure that things are in place for this trick. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Alright, everybody. This is a deck that is maybe you haven't seen before. Those of you who have been here for a while do know what it is, but for those of you who have not been here for too long, this might be new to you. But this is not a regular deck of cards. This is a deck of cards that has a bunch of letters on each card. So I believe the two jokers say yes and no. But basically, we have I think it's basically two letters, two of each letter in the deck, with a couple of exceptions. Like there's like 3 E's. I forgot, T's and S's maybe. There's only like 1 Z, 1 J, 1 Q, those kind of things. But so yeah, this is a letter deck, and so I would like to perform the next trick using this letter deck. And we're going to need a card selected. So let me go ahead and what are we going to do here? Let me just... Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and stop somewhere in the middle here, like this, and then let's just say a selection. One of these cards should be selected here. Okay, let's have one of these cards selected. Hopefully that is enough. If anybody is on desktop, you should be able to click directly on the screen, and it'll put a heat map. If there's multiple, we'll have people vote on the most popular one. So looks, we got 1 vote for this card. All right, we'll give it a second. Going once, going twice. Sold. This card is our selection. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and slide that out very carefully. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck into about 4 roughly equal parts. They don't have to be perfect, but just like a rough amount. And we're going to do something a little bit strange. If you guys don't like, if you guys have OCD and you don't like messes, maybe turn your head away. Although I guess that would detract from the magic a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and turn these piles up. And what we are going to do is we are going to shuffle face up into face down cards. I know, it's going to hurt me more than it hurts you. Because, you know, I'm going to have to be the one that cleans this up later. But anyway, here we are. Going to continue shuffling these things in. And one more time. There we go. Chan's got the got the emote there. Ah! OMG. Ah! All right. So now we're going to try and find your... Oh. Well, if the goal was to find your card, I have found it. It is there. And actually, we didn't even have you look at it, did we? All right. So hold on, guys. I'm going to have to pull out the deck sock. Let's welcome back to the stage the deck sock, because I don't know what to do. Yeah, right. We know deck sock. Yep. See, Mark Rides knows. Mark Rides knows. Okay, we'll clean this up. Yes. Okay. All right. Deck sock. Tell me what to do. All right. So yeah, sit you on top of the deck. Okay, sure. We got that. We got it. Okay. Now what do I do? Oh. Okay. Sure. Alright, so the deck sock just says Sing, sing a partridge in a pear. What? Okay. All right, I have to sing one phrase of the 12 Days of Christmas. So, on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. All right, how was that, Deck Sock? Was that good? All right, the Deck Sock says it was acceptable, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. So, anyway. All right, that's okay. That's okay. Deck Sock's going to help me out. Okay, so now the Deck Sock says, once again, spread the deck. The deck. Okay, so here, let's go ahead and spread the deck. Okay, let me spread that a little bit better. Okay, there are some cards that are face up, but not that many. So hold on, let's go and grab some of these. So here, the first one, we have the letter C. Then we have the letter H. Then we have the letter I. And then we have the letter S. Cheese. This is very good, chi. And then we have the letter T. Okay, I'm just going to eliminate some of these cards here because they don't have anything amongst them anymore. And, and then it has the letter A, M, and then S. So, important question, first of all. Do we know what this card is? Because I think that's the trick. I think that's what the Deck Sock wanted you to guess. So what card do we think is this? What letter should this be? If there's any guesses, we'll just drop them in chat. Alright, Chan the Magic Man says R. Mark Wright says R. Alright, so that is the first discrepancy. So yes, we're missing a letter, and this might be it. So, alright, so now that's the first discrepancy. Can you guys see the second discrepancy? Merry Christmas! Alright, hold on. I have a magic wand. The magic wand is actually this Christmas ornament. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the magic wand, and I'm going to go ahead and try and fix this just visually right before your eyes, just by tapping on each one of these letters. Okay, here we go. Okay, alright. I have fixed the discrepancy because Merry... Hold on, I don't know if you're reading it from what I'm reading. I'm still seeing Merry Christmas. It says Merry Christmas. Neko Ninja, welcome in. I'm trying to recover from this trick. Let me just say, I think I found out what happens. I'm a magician, and I have a Deck Sock, so I could just have the Deck Sock here. I'm just gonna have the Deck Sock rub on the bottom of this ornament here. That sounds super weird, but look, Merry Christmas. So actually the Deck Sock has fixed it, but not the way that we thought it should have been fixed. So everybody, Merry Christmas! There we go. Oh my god, thank you so much for the bits, Chan the Magic Man. Greatly appreciate it. And for those of you who have just been seeing this ornament for the first time, you guys didn't see that coming, did you? And for those of you who have seen this before, well, you guys were in the know. You knew it was coming. Dude! Says Chan the Magic Man. Unfocused says lol. Oh my god. Chan, thank you so much for the bits. You did have to. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you kindly for the claps. Obi-Wan, Charlie's Beats, Unfocused and IA, Gibson Lens, Chan the Magic Man, Neko Ninja, Merry Christmas. Yes. That's right. Alright, so funny story. So now I'll tell the story about this ornament now that everybody knows that it exists. And I don't have to hide it anymore. So, yeah. My wife and I have a little Christmas tree that we bought many years ago. Like maybe a decade ago now. and you know, it was with us at the last place we lived. It's come over here, and for the first 8 years, we did not realize this ornament was just sitting there on it. We just assumed, you know, like a lot of reason why magic works is that people assume things about, you know, the state of the deck or cards or something like that. And so we just assumed this was like a normal ornament, right? It was not until after possessing this tree, this ornament, for 8 years that I finally took a picture of it just because I was like, I want an artsy fartsy picture of this small Christmas tree right here. And then I looked really close on the one ornament that just happened to be facing directly to me, which was this one. And it said, Merry Christmas. And I was like, no way, we've never noticed this. How in the world? So I grab it and run over. Hey, honey, did you know that there's something weird about this ornament? She was like, no, what's weird about it? I was like, it doesn't say Merry Christmas. And she's like, no, of course it does, see? And then I showed it to her, and it's like, oh, that's not what it says. It said Merry Christmas. So anyway, I have had this for a couple years knowingly, and if you look back on like my Instagram, which by the way, I finally placed an Instagram link here, so if anybody wants to follow me. I think I tried to follow a bunch of people who are streamers so I could, you know, keep up, have another avenue of if I also hit my Discord server limit the other day. So I was like, I'm not ready to pay Discord, but I was like, okay, let me prune some. And so just in case. So I was like, okay. But anyway, so yeah, if you scroll back far enough in my Instagram, you will see that I have a picture of this up. So I've been celebrating Merry Christmas for the last like 3 years. So anyway, that's my story. Anyway, Charlie's Beats, thank you so much for the request. Hopefully you knew that was coming, because that's is obviously there. Okay. Paging. Is Frolic Chris? Frolic Chris, you around? You here? I know you're lurking and rapping. Anyway, I was kind of panicking because I didn't know what to get people, and I was like, so I had to finish rapping, or not rapping, but I had to finish figuring out what I was going to give people gifts. We have enough gift bags. I was like, I don't have to do that much rapping, but I didn't want to take away the joy of rapping, like tearing off rapping from my 2-year-old. So I wrapped the 2-year-old stuff, and then everybody else's stuff, no rapping, just gift bags, and that's it. So, nothing else warranted rapping. Okay. Alright, we have something else in the queue. So I could do that one, and then we can come back to Arya with the Magic the Gathering cards. Jimmy Keener, welcome in! Sorry, Jimmy Keener. I know how to pronounce it, but some reason my mind is blanked and I just read it as it was. Jimmy Keener, how's it going? Welcome in. Jimmy says, yo! Like everybody else. You rap now like Eminem? No, I don't rap. I mean, I don't rap like Eminem, but now I don't rap like basically at all. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me. I know that I don't normally move stuff around in the queue, but this is like the most stuff moving around in the queue. All right, I'm gonna move Incauto Tramposo up. And then, Chan the Magic Man, the living legend is here. The great Chan the Magic Man. Guys, if you guys are not following Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. We haven't gotten a shout out for Chan yet. Chan, one of the other few magicians that also performs magic on Twitch on a regular schedule, normally Magic Mondays. I don't know how tomorrow's going to be because it's Christmas Day. But, Chan, if you're streaming tomorrow, let us know. Wow, nice special shout out. Yeah. I have one for all the magicians because I was like, I feel like I should have all the magicians. Chan's album, 20 plus autograph. Yeah, also, if you guys are not aware, Chan writes some of his own music, a lot of which is like dance funk music. So definitely go check him out. And he's the other magician that also uses StreamerSonglist, has tricks and songs in it. So kind of uses it properly because there's real songs in his StreamerSonglist. But yeah, if you're not following Chan, please give Chan a follow and check him out. So, all right, where the heck was I? Oh yes, I need to find some cards for Incauto Tromposo. So full disclosure, I may mess this up. I'm trying to remember how to do it on the fly as I'm setting up for it right now. Hold on, I'm missing a card. I know I'm not. I just didn't get a card. Okay, there. Okay. All right. Oh, for sure, I'll be streaming tomorrow alongside Magic. I may sing some Christmas karaoke songs as well. Oh my God, Chan, that's a deal. All right. Full disclosure, there's a strong possibility that for any of the streams that I would normally hang out and / or mod in tomorrow, there's a high probability that I'm probably not going to be able to make it. Because Christmas. All right, let's see here. But that's cool. I'll probably have to check out some VOD just to catch some of the karaoke. All right. Okay, guys. This is called Incauto Tromposo, sometimes also known as the 7-card Monty. So, what we have here is we have 6 cards. We've got some black spot cards, and you don't really have to remember. Just know that they're black spot cards. And I'm just going to place those down here. Then the different card is this one. This is a red face card. And then, of course, we have our other black spot cards right there. So let me go ahead and place our different card right here. And what we are going to do is spread out the rest of these cards. And I just want you to follow the card that is the different card, okay? So I'm going to make one swap, and we'll make the swap face up so you can kind of see it, right? And so now, okay, we have a red face card and black spot cards. I want you to find, if you are on desktop, go ahead and click directly on the screen which card you think is the different card. So, I can't trace heat maps, so basically clicking directly on the screen is plausible deniability. All right, so we just have heat maps on 2 cards out of the entire thing. And so just to refresh, I'll just flip this one over. This is the black spot card, and then this is the red face card. So everybody says that this is the different card, and one person says this is the different card. So inherently, you should have believed that this was the different card. However, so you 3 are either magicians or have seen this trick before. Because the different card, let me just show you, is indeed this card. Because all of the other cards are actually red face cards. And this, yeah, I mean, you could have probably predicted because it's a magic trick, right? So, and I said 7-card Monty. So there I have it, my friends. So we have multiple winners. It looks like Jimmy, Chan, and Mark Rides were probably these heat maps. But if you want to take one of the wins away from them, go ahead and claim it, and then we'll give it to you instead. I would. Yeah. For Loris, thank you so much for the applause. And also, welcome in, For Loris. How are you doing? Not sure if you celebrate, but Merry Christmas. Happy Holidays. So, there we have it. Incauto Tromposo, also sometimes known as the 7-card Monty. Not gonna lie, I remembered how to do it like right at the last second. So I was like, oh yes, okay. That's good. Did not mess it up. Did not reveal the secrets of magic on that one. Tromposo is a Spanish word. Yes, Incauto Tromposo are both Spanish words. And actually this trick was developed by a Spanish magician. So originally is you can actually see it right here. Pepe Carroll, and then Gabi Barreras is also a Spanish magician, but he didn't he had a different handling of it. So I'm doing the handling of the second guy, Gabi Barreras. Anyway, those of you who speak Spanish, hopefully my pronunciation's okay. Like I don't want to like completely mutilate language. I'm trying my best as a native English speaker. Sorry, as a native English talker. Talk English good. Okay. All right, guys. I believe we've delayed for long enough. Both Mark Rides and Frolic Chris. I'm going to just go ahead and do Aria next with Magic the Gathering cards. But worst case scenario, yeah, we'll clip or highlight it and I'll share it around. Is a good pronunciation for someone who doesn't speak Spanish. Well done. Thank you for Loris. Greatly appreciated. I mean, gracias. Yes, it means cheater. Oh, okay. That's cool. I did not know that that's what it meant, but good to know. Good to know. Okay, let's see here. So this next trick I'll be performing is called Aria. And I'm going to be doing this with Magic the Gathering cards. So here we go. Alright, so I have a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards. It is not a legitimate Magic the Gathering deck because it is not legal. Because I'll show you the deck at the end. I'll show you the cards at the end. But all you need to know is that there are 4 mountains in this entire deck, in this entire packet of cards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place them all here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be placing... Actually, let me turn all these face down first. So there's 4 mountains. You just have to remember. If you don't know what mountains are, red fireball thing at the bottom in the text box. Okay, so that's all you need to know. Okay, so I have a bunch of other cards. These are blue cards called Cheaty Face. If anybody cares. Most people won't. Only if you've played Magic the Gathering. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to place 3 Cheaty Face onto each one of these. Each one of these mountains. And then, did I have enough? I did not have enough Cheaty Face. Hold on, let me find something else. Okay. And then I'll be placing 2 Cheaty Face. Kisogo plays! Oh my god, Kisogo, welcome in! How's it going? Thank you so much for all the gift subs! What the heck are you doing? Kiso! Well, what? There's so many emotes! Hold on, I'm holding my hands up. I'm not doing anything sketchy, what? Kisogo, what? I'm mad I can't directly support you. What do you mean you're mad you can't directly support me? Dude, you're directly supporting me right now. Full disclosure, apparently Chan the Magic Man found a way to directly support me because I didn't even know I had tips enabled, and Chan the Magic Man gave me tips, and it worked. I got them, so I guess. Yes, this is not part of the trick, I promise. Yes, yeah, Kisogo. By the way, so first of all right, I feel obliged to just take a break here. I'm not going to break away from the screen just in the middle of a trick, but guys, if you're not following our friend Kisogo Plays, please give Kiso a follow. So, great guy. I initially found him because productivity streamer, and I was looking for productivity streams. Hung out for a couple of those. He ended up playing Final Fantasy VII, the original Final Fantasy VII, and I ended up watching a bunch of that. But otherwise, variety gamer, and also he has community nights in his Discord. So sorry I haven't been able to make any, but I have a 2-year-old. So sorry. But great guy, funny. The theme of his channel is the bar, and so you go in. It's a fun time. So if you guys are not following Kiso, please give Kisogo Plays a follow. Who'd you get? You got Chogal, Gariki, which is in chat right now. Phaloris, also in chat right now. The Empress Jody, which I met in real life at TwitchCon. Nala Tanuki, Candace, Jiang, Hallowthorn, one of the other magicians. CP Ifrit, and Best Hell Yeah. Thank you so much for all those gift subs. Wait, what? How? Tell me. Please don't follow. Oh, I just drink on stream and yell at things. Oh, that is not true. You definitely also talk about life and things. Okay. All right. Where was I? Okay. So, and also I have these other 3 cards. We're going to go ahead and place that on the final mountain. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and grab that mountain, place it into the cheaty faces, and place this into, I don't know, say the middle of this packet, like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab this mountain, place it into these cheaty faces, and then place this into perhaps the, I don't know, towards the, closer to the top, but not too close, like this. And then we'll grab these cheaty faces, put that mountain in there, and then we're going to go ahead and place this maybe towards the bottom. Not too close to the bottom. Okay, and then finally these 3 other cards and that mountain. What I'm going to do is, all I'm going to do is 1, 2, and 3. All the mountains come back up to the top of the deck. Now you're probably wondering, hey, if he has duplicates of mountains, would that not be a great trick? Well, yeah, the entire deck does not have any other mountains in the deck. Those are the only mountains in the deck. I'll even break down what I've got. So these are all sleight of hand cards, specifically. This one's a different style of sleight of hand. Here's some cheaty faces. There's some cheaty faces right here. Here's some cheaty faces there. Some cheaty faces there. Here's sleight of hand, the new black bordered one. And then here's a bunch of other basic lands. And some sleight of hand. But none of these are mountains. I had some swamps, but... And, yeah. So that, my friends, is Aria, but with Magic the Gathering cards. Okay, alright. So, let's see. Thank you so much for the request, Mark Rides and Frolic Chris. Hopefully you caught that, and if not, we'll clip/highlight that for you later. And then, thank you so much for the claps and emotes. Jimmy, For Loris, Kiso, Gibson Lens. Wait, did you cheat? Is that why you used cheaty face? I mean, yes. Of course. And then, of course, Kiso, I am glad you're here. Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year. And Happy Holidays. If you would like a magic trick, let me know. I would be more than happy to to perform a magic trick for you, Kiso. And if you want me to figure out something creative with your signed card, just put in like a magician's choice, and we'll see what we can do. Happy holidays, you filthy animals. Hope everyone has a great holiday, says Kiso. Yes, yes. I agree. I also hope everybody has a great holiday. Alright, let's see here. Oh, Forloris tried to get a random. Oh, but your random hit a... Oh, man, I gotta figure out something with that, because that's happened a lot today. So, hold on. Let me see what we can... How many tricks have I done? I've done 9 out of 70. Sorry, I have to do the math. 9 divided by 70. So that's about 12.8%. Okay, so that seems a lot more reasonable. It was not as unlucky as Mark Rides earlier. Mark Rides tried to do random twice and got a recent trick. I had only performed 3 tricks. And he got it twice in a row. Now, if not, sure, magician's choice. Okay. In lieu of that, can I get a cheeseburger? What do you mean, can you get a cheeseburger? Oh. I can do a trick. We can theme a cheeseburger. All right, we'll do that. Let's see. How are we gonna theme a cheeseburger though? When do we air grievances for Festivus? That's a great question. National Sock Day, December 4th. Alright, so I know that Obi-Wan didn't mean to answer that question, but I think it's a perfectly great day. When do we air grievances for Festivus? National Sock Day, December 4th. That is clearly the best day. I know we're talking about sock day for the deck sock, but regardless, that is a hilarious answer otherwise. Okay. Let me see what we've got for Kisogo Burger trick. Hold on, I gotta come up with a trick on the fly for a cheeseburger. Okay. Okay. All right, Unfocused Eye says amazing. For Laura says deck sock. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Happy holidays, says Unfocused in IA. Nalani, thank you for stopping in. Greatly appreciate it. Have a glorious night. Take care. And Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Okay, so I've separated two fantastic 4-quarter pounders, Skoriki. All right, so what I have here, so those of you who don't know, Kisogo Plays has signed the Two of Hearts, and actually, wait, those were 10. Kisogo Plays. We are also starting a new deck as well. Let me know what card you would like to sign in the new Twitch deck, because we filled up this one, and you just gave me 10 gift subs, so you need to sign another card. All the cards are open except for the 2 red aces and the Queen of Hearts. So if you would like to stick with the 2 of Hearts, you can in this deck as well. But if you want a different one, feel free to let me know. We'll let you sign the a card in the next deck as well. All right. So there's a series of tricks in card magic called sandwiches, and I think that is perfect for the burger thing. The thing is, we have to first collect all the ingredients of our sandwich. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these 2 red 2s to collect the ingredients of our sandwiches, and that's going to be used to construct our burger. So look, here we're going to go ahead and find a card in between the 2 red 2s. This is one of the most premium ingredients. So here we have the bread. So look, our Ace of Clubs, Gibson lens is our bread, and you can't have a good burger without a good bread, because that is a very important component of the burger. Okay, so once again, we are going to be using our 2 red 2s to acquire some of the best ingredients. You can't have a nice burger without the beef patty itself. Of course, the burger. So look, we're going to go ahead and find another ingredient sandwiched in between the 2 red 2s, and this is going to be the beef. Where's the beef? Unfocused and IA happens to be the beef. I'm glad Unfocused has gone to bed, unless she heard this, in which case that could be hilarious. But okay, but then sometimes you have to go out on a limb and try and find some other ingredients, and so here Andrew War and Kisogo Plays, they're gonna go and find the two red 2s. They're gonna try and go find some more ingredients. And if we just go ahead and just give them a second, they will find another ingredient. This is going to be all of our toppings. So lettuce, tomato, onion. Here, Ace of Spades. I like ketchup. Can I be ketchup? For Loris, you can be ketchup. That's fine. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. You can be ketchup. Now we're going to go ahead and have them find all of the condiments. except for ketchup, because Four Loris is ketchup, and this is going to be an ace. So here, if I show you, we have the final ingredient for this burger, all found by our 2 red 2s. The 2 of hearts is indeed Kisogo Plays. And let me see. Are we missing any sort of ingredients? I am not sure. Let me see here. Okay. So what we have here are all the ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and combine them into a sandwich. One of the best burgers we can have. And look, we just go ahead and just smash them together. Goriki says 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. And also, don't forget, Four Loris likes the ketchup. And here's our Queen of Diamonds signed by Four Loris. And that, my friends, is cheeseburger for Kisogo Plays. Thank you so much, Kiso. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that. With a Four Loris ketchup ending. Boom! Alright. That was way more exciting than doing that trick the regular way. So, yeah, making a sandwich, a burger out of that. That's actually really good. And also, Four Loris, thank you for saying that you like the ketchup at the end, because otherwise we couldn't have had the ketchup kicker. So, there we go. Excellent. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Jimmy Kaner, Goriki for the love. Thank you. Steamy funk, baby. I don't want to steam my funk or my baby. Thank you so much for the request, Kiso. Actually, I know you didn't request it, but I was like, let me just do a trick for you. So there you go. I dubbed that trick cheeseburger trick. It's funny because that trick is originally called something related to mayonnaise, so it's like, oh, okay. All right. Okay, if not true magician choice, in lieu of that, can you get a cheeseburger? Okay, so all right, you got a cheeseburger trick. Boom, there you go. And then Kiso, once again, let me know if you would like to sign a card in the new Twitch deck, because this deck is now full, and basically on like resubs and gift subs now, especially if you haven't had a card signed here, we're having people sign, because eventually I'm gonna have to retire this one. So having a nice up-to-date deck with like new signatures is nice. We only have 3 cards that are signed, so we've got Gibson Lens as the Ace of Hearts, the Rusty Panda as the Ace of Diamonds, both of my mods, and then we have Cashmere Feline, who has been subbed for a while but hasn't signed a card, and so now she is signed as the Queen of Hearts. Every other card is open in the new Twitch deck. Legitimately the Twitch Con deck as well. So, oh, I should probably remove the 2 helper cards. The one thing I was kind of bothered by with the Twitch deck when I received it was that when they had the plastic cellophane on it, there was not a pull tab that I could easily rip to keep the cellophane on the bottom. Because what magicians will sometimes do is leave that cellophane on, and for example, you'll see with my Twitch Con deck that I brought that was a bicycle deck, I still have the cellophane on, and I can slip things in there. So I can slip a card in there, or I can slip like a label in there. So I can't really do that with this, because the way that I had to rip it off, I could not maintain any sort of the plastic. So, but otherwise, yeah. Let's see. Any different color ink to sign it, or do they all have to be black? So I only have a black Sharpie with me, but if I knew that ahead of time, I have a few different colors upstairs, but they're mostly the primary Sharpie colors, I think. And also, I think I only have 3 colors that are this thickness. All of the other ones are thin, and I noticed that they don't show up as well. So I guess for future reference, I guess if I know you want one, we could like. I guess if you redeem it, I could just label it off stream or do it the next stream or something. But yeah, I have a bunch of other colors, but I only have like blue and red and black in this thickness. So gotcha. Okay, cool. So I can, but kind of currently impractical. I'll see if I can bring some of the other Sharpies down if it becomes a thing. I know. I guess black on black is it's tough. Like having these be all on red, it makes sense to have black. So, let's see here. Actually, yeah, I might just keep it limited to like red and black because then if there's like some blue on a card and I have to, so there's some tricks. By the way, I'm gonna reveal some secrets of magic. There's some tricks in which I require the discrepancy of some of the cards to appear, because you'll see it multiple times, and if it has blue on it, you'll be like, "Hey, there's some blue writing on that. Oh, wait, there's that card again. I'm not supposed to see that." Like that kind of thing. Okay, so I do see the next request up, but before we do that, I do want to show. So for anybody who did not know, when I mentioned earlier this week, I was officially accepted into one of the largest official magician organizations in the world, called the Society of American Magicians. So I was accepted into that earlier this week, and I got a pen that let me show you this pen. It's a Harry Houdini pen. It says Houdini there, and then there's some. It's the Houdini family photos and replicas, contact information on this side. They are apparently local to my greater area in which I live, the Rochester, New York area. So we got that. Chan the Magic Man says, "Congrats, thank you, woohoo!" says Goriki. Thank you kindly. And then also one of my magician friends, who is also one of the officers in the local chapter, gifted me this deck of cards. I had never seen or heard of these before. Superior brand. I'm not really going to use this for too many things, but I'll just show it off a little bit. So it is a deck of cards. Some of the typeface looks a little bit different than your regular bicycles, but they actually have a lot different feel. So they feel smoother. They don't feel like they have the air pockets, but they actually glide off really well. So they must either have some different air pocket design or something. But they're very smooth. They're actually pretty. They don't bend as easily. They're more stiff than bicycle. Yeah, and let's just do something quick with these here. So 2, 3, 4. They glide off pretty well. 4, 4, but I secretly had a face-up card in there the entire time. Okay, cool. So that's that. And then I also got a list of holiday-related dad jokes. So if anybody decides to redeem any dad jokes, we have somebody in the club that we call the Professor, and he's been around magic for a very, very long time. Like, at least he's probably been around magic for a couple of my lifetimes. But yeah, we have this entire sheet of basically holiday-related dad jokes. So, you know, I attempted to redeem Scandalous Shuffle on that deck, but I won't. Oh, I mean, just so long as you don't redeem Scandalous Shuffle with this and a regular sized bicycle deck, I'd be fine with that. If it was different sized or different it was clear, then at least I could separate it. But I won't. Okay, cool. Thanks, Mark Rides. It's up to you. It's there. Okay, alright, so we have a request from Chan the Magic Man. So let's go ahead and first of all find Chan the Magic Man. Here we are. Chan has signed the Queen of Clubs. What's a Scandalous Shuffle? Oh, so basically on this stream, I have a lot of different decks of cards, some of which are differently sized. And I would shuffle them together. So here's the thing. Doing this... Well, I would do different color backs. Oh, okay, yeah. So that would be, yeah, that would be pretty annoying if it was, especially if it was the same size. I have slightly smaller sized cards that I could do it with. Oh, okay. I will also open this up if anybody wants to do a Scandalous Shuffle. I have the triangle deck of cards as well. So for those of you who have not seen this, I've put a couple of videos on my YouTube where I actually perform sleight of hand magic with the triangle deck. Hold on, I gotta find a card that I must have shuffled in. It's like one of those extra insert cards or whatever. Oh no, here it is. So we're gonna take that out. But yeah, this is the triangle deck of cards. All the cards are shaped like a triangle. So there's a an index on all of the corners because there's only 3, and then they arranged all the pips. Oh my god, yes, I know, right? This is by the way, this is a nightmare to handle trick-wise. So I don't have triangle and the superior. Okay, alright, Chan the Magic Man, I'm going to have to hold off on doing the trick because we just got a Scandalous Shuffle for the triangle deck and the superior. It's making me angry. Why is it making you angry? Don't get angry. Get even. No. Okay. Alright, we will do a Scandalous Shuffle. So here's a redeem. There is someone who would normally be here that hates Scandalous Shuffles. I don't think we've seen that person in chat today. So triangle deck has 2 sides and 3 sides. Oh yes, right. 2 sides here, 3 sides there. And I guess by corollary, rectangular cards have 2 sides and 4 sides. Oh my god, I gotta get primed for... Hold on, let me let me just understand the flexibility of this a little bit, and then... Here, I'll even show you how tough it is to shuffle just these by themselves. It is. And let me just remind you, I can handle rectangular cards fine, and that was me having some practice with this. Someone who's never touched triangle cards before would have a heck of a time. Okay, yeah, shuffling Doritos, I know, right? Okay, so, for those of you who don't know what a Scandalous Shuffle is, here's an example of a Scandalous Shuffle. Here we go. Oh god, I don't even know if I'm gonna... I might have to do it like... Hold on. This is gonna be rough. Hold on, that was not good enough. I don't feel like that was a good shuffle. Okay, that was a little bit better. Okay, alright. They've intersected. Okay, here we go. I'm now going to push the Doritos into the the box. Okay. You know, this... I should be more enthused about this because this is going to be super easy to separate later. Okay, so here we are. We have a Scandalous Shuffle. Allow me to lift this up to the screen, and now you can see how scandalous it is. So triangle cards inside of superior regular poker size. I can even shift where the triangle part sticks out. Actually, I guess I could even make it like a gradient. That'd be kind of cool, I guess. Like you kind of walk up the steps. After you combine them, can you do a trick using both decks? Not together. No, definitely not together. Mark Rides, if you want to see something, I can try and do some separate tricks, I guess, after. But Not with them together. That is definitely out of the question. I don't know of any tricks. I mean, there might be some, but I just don't know them. So, okay, all right. So that was our scandalous shuffle. Let me just place these off to the sides here. Okay, all right. Back to our cue. So we have Chan the Magic Man signed Queen of Clubs. And here's our ambition. Can you do Doritos Elevator? Oh my god. I should try that. I don't think I've ever done it, so we should try that. Okay. Go ahead and request Devil's Elevator. Put that in the queue. We will potentially get to that. Doritos Elevator. All right. Awesome. Okay, guys. So this is Chan the Magic Man's request. Ambitious card routine. So, Chan the Magic Man, you are now magically connected to the Queen of Clubs. We know that you have been because not only are you magical, but you've had this card signed for a while, so you're now connected to it, and we know you are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab it, take it, place it in the middle of the deck like this. But if we call upon Chan the Magic Man, Chan the Magic Man is going to hop back up to the top. Because look, there's Chan the Magic Man. Now why is Chan the Magic Man hopping back up to the top? Because Chan the Magic Man wants some attention on his stream. So if you guys aren't following Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. If you catch him other times, he's playing retro games. So whether he's playing some retro games, also plays community games. I know plays Words on Stream a bunch as well. So if you like those games, definitely give Chan a follow. Now what I'm going to do is we just got the power to show you. Chan's always had this power. But we're going to go ahead and place Chan somewhere in the middle of the deck, like so. And here's the thing, we didn't snap yet, so that's not Chan, that's some other card on the top. But if we snap, that's actually going to move Chan from the middle up to the top, because take a look. There is Chan the Magic Man. Now some people believe that magicians will do something sneaky, like switch out a card, and you know what? I'm not going to lie, that's true, sometimes. But I'm not going to swap out this card, because look, I'm going to leave it sticking out. You'll know it's still Chan the Magic Man, because if you take a look, it's still signed Chan the, and then on the other side, Magic Man. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and place this card. We're going to place Chan the Magic Man in the middle of this packet. I'm going to take this whole packet, and we'll place it into the middle of this packet. And once again, we're going to double check on the top of the deck. That's not Chan, because we didn't snap yet. But let's go ahead and snap. That's going to bring Chan back up to the top. Why is Chan back on the top? Because Chan wants to be on top of the world. That's why. Okay, now if you were here, I'd give you this packet. And what we would do is let's go ahead and take Chan and put Chan there. And if we were able to snap, Chan would come back up to the top of the deck, right? So there we are. Nope, that's not right. Hold on. That's still not it. Hold on. Dexark, come save me! Dexark, please save me. Oh, Dexark says, the deck somehow remembered that before I cut it in half, that this was the top of the deck. So Chan the Magic Man should have jumped up here. There we are. There's the Queen of Clubs, signed Chan the Magic Man. Thank you so much for the follow, Dead Bunny Bone. All right, and that was the ambitious card routine. Thank you for the request, Chan. Hopefully you enjoyed. All right. Okay, let's see here. We have Face Up, Oil, and Water. Oh, I made this myself. Oh, you have the Queen of Clubs? Emote, Chan. Nice. Well done. That's your card. I'm going to have to find a card that is my card. And then maybe I should make an emote. Because I have enough emote slots. So, Goriki says, nice. Thanks, Goriki. Thank you for the claps, Chan. Okay, next we have Face Up, Oil, and Water. So let me... Alright. Okay, guys. We're going to get a little bonus. I think this is potentially a trick in which I can try using the Dorito cards. We're going to call them Dorito cards from now on, aren't we? This is we're not getting away from it. So, all right, guys, free redeems here. And actually, free redeems for decks of cards that you guys can't choose because the triangle decks I have not opted to allow people to choose because most tricks I probably cannot do with them. But, you know, this one I can. Let me try. I am down for trying this one. So let's see how it goes. Worst case scenario, I reveal the secrets of magic. Alright. I don't like to use the word triangle. I'm still mad Triangle Man beat Particle Man. Oh, we need artists to put your face on a Joker card because you have great. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's not for a lack of, like, people we can commission. Alright, okay, so we have 4 black spot cards. Man, this is so weird. 4 red face cards. At a glance, you would not mix them up, right? Because these are, not only are these black spot cards, but they don't have a face on them. The nice thing about all the face cards is that they all have faces on each corner. Although I guess that's arguably creepy because then they're always looking at you. Like you can't look at a corner and not see their face. But anyway, neither here nor there. Okay. What? Okay, Mark Ryan has redeemed a dad joke. Alright, hold on. I am going to break away because I haven't done anything yet. And we'll show you all the cards again in a second. Okay, here we go. We are actually going to go off of our professor of Sam, we call Society of American Magicians Sam. Sam 47, Sam chapter 47, which is the one near where I live. Okay, here we go. We'll go through a few of these. If athletes get athlete's foot, what do astronauts get? If athletes get athlete's foot, what do astronauts get? Remember, these are all holiday themed. Mistletoe. Where do polar bears vote? Where do polar bears vote? The North Pole. I don't know if I like that one that much. Oh, did the dad joke redeem go? It was supposed to complete. Oh. Okay. I see what you're saying. That's okay. You redeemed dad joke anyway. What kind of bird can write? A penguin. Okay, we're not ending on that one. Why do birds fly south for the winter? Because it is too far to walk. And that, my friends, are a bunch of dad jokes from the professor at Sam 47. That was just a taste. We could do 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe like 8 more redeems, and you'd get 4 of them each. They will all be that quality. Charlie's Beats got the face palm right there. Hey. Sorry, I had to cough. Alright. I would have guessed a songbird because they write songs. Oh! That would be great. That would have been a great answer. I like that one. Dad jokes 1 in 3, barely. Yeah. Needless to say, I didn't write them. To be fair, I don't think that the professor wrote them either, just for clarity, but that's where I got them. Anyway, thanks for the facepalm, Charlie's Beats, and thanks for the badumts, Chan. Okay, here we go. Back to this. We have 4 black spot cards and 4 red face cards, and we would never mix them up at a glance. So I'm going to attempt something. I'm going to attempt to do a trick that I've never done with triangle cards, and I'm going to try and do it. So I'm going to put one amongst these cards, and I'm going to put a black spot card amongst the red face cards. Now, this part might be a little bit more tricky, because normally I say magicians will snap to kick the cards back into the correct pile, but I normally do it with rectangular cards. So here we go. We're going to try it with triangular cards. Creaky ad quote, I'm going to attempt something. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. So now, if we take a look, I don't even know how to grip these. So now you should see that all of these cards are actually black spot cards, and all of these cards are red face cards. I know, super weird, right? Is it more aesthetically pleasing to have it like this? Anyway. So, look, if I just go ahead and I grab, let's place two and two black spot cards here and there. And then if we grab 2 and 2 red face cards here, I'm going to place 2 red face cards on top of 2 black spot cards, 2 black spot cards on top of 2 red face cards. Once again, we're going to do our mechanical snap that kicks all the cards back into the correct pile. And if we take a look, here we should have all red face cards. I know, super weird, right? These should all be black spot cards. There we are. Okay, so now this part, I will have some cards face down. I'm doing everything slowly and carefully because the handling is just weird. Okay, I'm going to swap the card that's left. We'll turn all of these face down and place them in. Turn these face down, place this in. And we will once again perform our mechanical snap. And here we have face up Doritos, red face, red face, red face, red face. So these are nacho cheese Doritos. And these are black spot cards, which I guess is the other flavor. So Cool Ranch, Cool Ranch, Cool Ranch, Cool Ranch Doritos. And that, my friends, is face up oil and water with Dorito cards. Oh my god, they could totally make a Doritos branded deck of cards shaped like triangles, and this would work. Doritos have 3 faces, and normal cards only have 2. That's nice. Woohoo! I wish I was face up in Doritos. Oh my god. Thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie's Beats, and thank you for the request. And sorry if you wanted the regular version, but I'm sure you were fine with the triangle version. So that, my friends, thank you so much for the claps, Chan. Yes, there we go. Triangle cards. Okay. Alright, hallucination. I am definitely going to use regular cards for that. And then we'll go back to the triangle deck to attempt the Devil's Elevator with Mark Rides' request. Okay, Forlorus, thank you so much for the request. Let me find some... Let's see here. Okay, let's do that, and then 9s and 6s. Oh wait, no, sorry. I'm looking for... Sorry, I was getting ready for the Devil's Elevator for Loris's request with the regular cards. No, that's not it. I need to get ready for hallucination. My mistake. Sorry, guys. I'm already thinking too much. I need to simmer down. Hold me back. Hold me back, guys. All right. I thought this was the same one I requested in the comments on the YouTube videos. Good job, though. Was it? I think you requested regular oil and water, not face up oil and water, right? So, this one was also, so it's normally known as Switch in Time by Roy Walton, but Roy Walton does it face down. But it's basically the exact mechanics, except the cards are face up. So I first learned it as a face up oil and water with no attribution, but then I found out later. So anyway, yeah, this is a different one. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, okay. All right, cool. Anyway, sorry to everybody else. We were talking inside baseball about magic stuff. Okay, all right. So hallucination. All right. So what I have here is we have the four aces: the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, the ace of spades, and the ace of hearts. Now, what I want to do with these aces is do something interesting. So if I go ahead and with these four aces, if I hold two face up and two face down, you would expect that when I closed up the packet and I turned it face over, you would still see two cards face up and two cards face down. But look, you won't see that because all of the cards are now facing in the same direction. That's super weird. I know, it's super weird. But we're going to break one of the rules of magic. We're going to do that again. So look, if I hold an ace face up, another ace face up, two other aces face down, and we close it up, turn it over, we snap, all of the cards are now facing in the same direction. I know, that's super weird, right? Now, the other thing is that I probably should have used the queens, because actually this was requested by Forloris, and Forloris assigned a queen, not the aces. So actually, let me just go ahead and hold the packet and give it a magical twist. Actually, I can change it over to be the queens, because take a look. Here's one of the queens, the Queen of Hearts. If I hold the packet and give it another magical twist, that's going to be change another ace to another queen right here. And even if I go ahead and twist it a couple more times, we'll just get all of them. So we have our Queen of Clubs, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Spades, and of course the Forlore assigned Queen of Diamonds. And if you were here, we could go ahead and spread and you could take a look. And however, you're probably wondering, where are the aces? Well, I mean, if I use the queens, the aces are probably somewhere in the deck. Some people think that they're on the top. Some people think that they are on the bottom. But actually, they have teleported to the middle of the deck. They are clumped together, though. There they are. My friends, that is hallucination. And I feel like after this trick, I will disclaim for anybody who cares and has not been here before, everything that you see on my stream is sleight of hand card magic. I don't do any black magic or any sorcery. I haven't signed any deals with the devil, despite what my next tricks presentation is going to be like. It is all sleight of hand card magic. So, what Mark Ryan says, "Wow, 2 tricks in 1." And then thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, and Diamond Club, welcome in, and thank you for the damn. Mark Rise asks, what's that trick where you snap a card and it trades places? Oh, that is called the snap change, and there's a trick that I do with it called the snap change transposition. So yeah. Christmas Magic says Ams Andrew. Welcome in, Ams Andrew. How's it going? Sorry, Christmas Magic. Or I guess Thick Magic, if that suits you better. Kariki says no contract. Ah, free agent. That's right, clearly. Yeah, the trick I think that you were talking about, Mark Rides, is so let's say I have the 2 of clubs and a 7 of diamonds. If I leave the 7 of diamonds down here and I hold the 2 of clubs up, what we're going to be able to do is if I just go ahead and focus, I can change it and it becomes the Jack of diamonds. But actually, what's this card? Well, this card you should probably be able to see is the 2 of clubs. And so that is snap change transposition. I believe that's what you're talking about, Mark Rides. So there you go. Okay. Anyway, for Loris, thank you so much for the request. Hopefully you enjoyed. Okay, here we go. I'm going to attempt to perform OMG, do that again, says Ames Andrew. Alright. Okay, alright, Ames Andrew. Here we go. Nice, says Jan. So look, we have a 3 of hearts and a jack of clubs. Now, if I go ahead and I place the jack of clubs down here, and I hold the 3 of hearts up, if you just watch for a second. Oh, and I've given away the secrets of magic. All right, there you go. Merry Christmas, everybody. Okay, here we go. We're going to do that again. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry if I've given away that secret of magic, but to be fair, there's this word called knacky that we say that some moves are. That move's knacky. Considering I have not messed that one up very much, that was pretty bad. Oh, I missed it. Oh, glorious! Okay, Gariki missed it. All right, hold on. We're gonna mulligan because I can. Wait, did I spell mulligan right? Oh no, I just put 2 exclamation points. Okay, there we go. We're gonna mulligan. There we go. Do over. Okay, here we go. All right, so we have a 3 of hearts and a jack of clubs. Yeah, you see, you look away, secrets of magic are spoiled. All right, here we go. So if I go ahead and I place the jack away, now here's the 3 of hearts. Okay, this will hopefully look better. Okay, there we go. Now, you're probably wondering where the 3 of hearts is. It's right here. And if I just go ahead and I... and once again, I've given away the secrets of magic. There we go. Okay. You know what? Had I not done it the second time, I'm going to blame this on you, Ames Andrew. But this is going to have to be a boss trick. So, because I've messed it up twice in a row. Ames Andrew, thank you, and lame. I appreciate. I've done it enough. I should be more consistent at it, considering I just did it 1 out of 3 times. Not great for me. I am going to note that though. Let's see here. All right. Thank you kindly for the applause, Ames Andrew. Lol. Ban Ames Andrew. No, we're not going to ban anybody. I had to see it again because it was so cool. Yeah. All right. We are 8 mulligans away from 69. Oh, we are 8 mulligans away? Okay, all right, hold on. I am going to try... You know what? Screw it. I'm going to do that again, but I'm re-gloving myself. Okay, that sounds weird. That sounds weird. I'm sorry. I said that. I feel like I cannot let that go. But it'll still be a boss trick for next time. So, I'm absolutely certain it is basically just something that if I had a slightly better grip, it probably would have been fine. Alright, okay. Sorry guys, I cannot move on until I do this. Okay. So look, King of Clubs, 2 of Diamonds. If I go ahead and I place the 2 of Diamonds down here, hold this up. This is the King of Clubs, right? Look. It has changed into the 2 of Diamonds. Where's the King of Clubs, you're probably wondering? There we go. And now the secret is gone, but you know what? That one was perfect execution. Your moves are slick. Thank you so much, Ames Andrew. So yeah. Full disclosure, if anybody wants to learn that, that is just called the snap change. And there are some YouTube tutorials, and that is how I learned. But yeah, I am willing to admit that it is not easy to learn how to do that. And actually, that's actually a full trick. That is a trick for it. The actual snap change is you're just making it change from one card to another card. So it's even... let me see if I can do it on this camera. So here's the just one change. And so it looks really cool. But the angles, it's super sensitive because you can only do it to like people directly in front of you. So perfect for like a camera, not perfect for real life. You can't use that one. You got to do something else if you're going to do it in real life. Crisp execution. Thank you, Ames Andrew. So the one that I'm working on for real life color changes is this one. So look, if I have a queen of spades, all I have to do is I rub the queen on this arm over here, and that queen of spades changes into a queen of hearts. And but if I rub it on my knee over here, but let me just rub it on the mat over here. So this queen of hearts changes to be an eight of clubs, and then if I just rub this on the there we go fidget spinner, that's going to change it, and that's going to become a 10 of diamonds instead. So there you go. So that's something less angle sensitive. There you go. So okay, all right. Where were we? My apologies, Mark Rides. We're going to be doing the Devil's Elevator with. We're going to try it with triangle cards. I think it might be doable, so it is possible. Okay, let me find some cards here. Let's see, 6, 9. I'm going to use diamonds. So searching through these cards is not even that easy. Actually, I can search on camera. Okay, I'm looking for a 3 and 2 of diamonds, and then the other black 6s or 9s. Okay, there's a 3. Here's a 2. 6. Okay, I'm looking for 9 of clubs. I'm sure I've passed it, but it's just the muscle memory with rectangular cards. Okay. All right. So good news, bad news, everybody. As much as I don't want to continue being that guy that does tricks with triangle cards, I think I want to be that guy that does tricks with triangle cards. So I did find who produced these. It is a particular game shop, like playing card games. And I bought some more of these because there was a Black Friday sale going on the past month. So now I only had one of these initially, like a month ago. Now I have backup decks. So if anything were to happen to these, or if I need duplicates and extras for whatever reason, I have more triangle cards. I'm almost ashamed to admit that, but I mean, I'm admitting it anyway. So, all right. So what we have here are the black 6s and 9s. Why am I using 6s and 9s? Probably because at certain angles it'll look like 666. And then we have the 5, the 4, the 3, and the 2 of diamonds, which is ironic because these cards are shaped like triangles. All right. Doritos Magician. Chat, I heard that I want more triangle cards in 2024. That's not exactly what I said, but I mean, I guess Kariki's paraphrase is not 100% completely wrong. Thanks, Kariki! Alright, so let's see. I have the 4 black 6s and 9s over there. And what we're going to do is place the 5 here. So here's the 5. I'm going to place the 4 here. I'm going to place the 3 here. And then we're going to place the 2. Oh man, that glare is killer. Right on the top. Now, if you haven't seen me perform this trick before, you certainly haven't seen me perform it with triangle Dorito cards. So, hell isn't just a place, not a religious place. It's a business, and as all good businesses, they have a maintenance elevator. Now, if you're ever caught in hell, these are going to represent the levels of hell the deeper down you go. So here's the topmost level of hell that's closest to the surface, which is where you want to get because it's the easiest one to escape from. But here's the second level of hell, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. And so if I take the 2 and I place it in the second level of hell, see why I use the numbers now? Um, Now, Hell has heard about my trick, and we're just gonna go ahead and press this elevator button, and that ding, uh, it's just one button now. You don't know if it's gonna go up, down, left, or right because this triangle is super weird. But look, that 2 has actually jumped up to the top. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the 3 and place it in the 3rd level of Hell. Right here. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Whoever's in the 3rd level of Hell, hopefully they know to get into the devil's elevator, and then they'll press the, hopefully, up elevator button. You know what? This is how you do the up. You press in, and then you slide up, because look, there's that other design. So you press, and then you slide up. See? See? And then you end there, and then that's the direction you're going. If you go this way, those are lateral moves on the same level of Hell. Or deeper, I guess. It's slightly down. But, we'll just give it a second so that hopefully this person figures out. Thank you so much for that, Ding Chan the Magic Man. And look, if we take a look, now the 3 of diamonds has made it to the surface and has escaped that level of Hell. Now, some people believe that, you know, some of the cards might be messed up or whatever, but let me just go ahead and show you. These are the same black 6s and 9s we've been using the entire time. Let me go ahead and place the 4 of diamonds in the 4th level of Hell. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. We'll close that up. They get in. They're like, hey, new interface. Press the button. Slide it up. It's like a touch screen now, right? Like that's what this is. It's a touch screen. See, Hell is like updating all the time. This is like a brand new maintenance elevator. So the 4 can't escape until we hear a ding, because they haven't replaced that. That's still antiquated. I guess they can only upgrade some subsystems one at a time. Chan the Magic Man, thank you so much for the ding. Chan is saving everybody from Hell today. Here's the 4. And then some people believe that the 5, you know, some people think that I'm using more than 4 cards here sometimes. But no, I'm just using the same 4 cards. And I'm going to clearly place the 5 on the bottom, like this. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. That 5 is going to go ahead and get in the elevator. Press this. Slide up. Let's see how the 5 likes to escape today, because believe it or not, the ding is not the most popular way that people like to escape from the 5th level of Hell. Maybe it's just so deep. Oh, but Chan the Magic Man does the ding. And here we are. We have the 5 of diamonds on the top. And these are all 4 black spot 6s and 9s. And that, my friends, is the Devil's Elevator with triangle cards. Thank you so much for the request, Mark Rides, and hopefully that was okay. I think it went okay. I don't feel like my presentation was that smooth, but like I was just busy dealing with triangle cards. So, thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, Mark Rides, Gibson Lens, and also thank you for all those dings, Chan the Magic Man, single-handedly saving everybody in Hell today. Alright. Whew. Okay, man, I don't even know how long I've been on, but it feels like I've been on a little bit longer than usual. Man, the time flew by today. I don't know where the time has gone, but let me go ahead and do last call. There isn't necessarily any urgency because I don't have work tomorrow, but, you know, it is Christmas. Thank you, Mark Rice, for the last call. Alright, so if anybody wants to see any more magic, feel free to put it in the queue. Otherwise, I will still put in a finale trick. Also, reminder to hydrate. I probably should have known because I normally drink my entire cup of tea within the first 2 hours, and it's been gone for like a little bit, so I have to tap into my water. But man, we got some bonus stuff today. We got some triangle cards in. We got the cardless coin matrix. We got we got me messing up a snap change. So I'm apologizes for putting your link in my last command. Oh, Chan. Oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. I'm flattered that you would even love to copy mine. So Charlie's Beats has requested reset. Awesome. Let's see. How was your Christmas shopping? So my Christmas shopping was pretty minimal because a bunch of the stuff that I was getting was from Amazon. So I guess my unique gift, it wasn't like just anything I could purchase from Amazon. I put together an album of my kid from 0 to 2 years old, and I'm sending that to 3 people. I put in time and effort to go through all the photos that I went through in the last 3 years, and, well, 2.5 years. And then I had to narrow them down. And so for those of you who know me, I take a lot of pictures. So going through a lot of photos is a bunch of time spent. But I know Gibson Lens saw me in the wild taking pictures at TwitchCon. So Gibson knows how many pictures I take. Just pretend that, but like most of the time, and with a kid. So it's like, so yeah, I take a ton of pictures. But going through all those, I narrowed the set down of pictures for the album to like 150 photos. Then I go and find out that the largest photo book that I can purchase from Amazon, where they print it and keep everything, and like they print the photo book together, is 74. So I basically had to cut that in half, and so did that. And then after I got that together, there was a couple of low res images that I was like, all right, we can cut this a little bit. So I made it down to like 71 photos, and so that's going to be a nice gift when but it's going to arrive late because I was able to start working on it on Wednesday when I had my first day off. I'd been working before that. So, Huma, welcome in. How's it going? Takes a lot of time to do that photo stuff. I'm going through it for my toddler too. Huma, I know, right? So many pictures, especially if you're doing all that for doing all that for pictures of your kid. And yeah. All right, let's see here. I'm going to set up for Charlie's Beats trick, and then while we continue talking about Christmas gifts, otherwise, yeah, I had very few things that I purchased otherwise, so it was pretty easy besides the time spent for photos. But I did get everything late, so that was my only major lament this year. But I finished up signing all of my cards for everybody yesterday or a couple days ago if I had to send it out. So the timelines were good, but I'll be late, but whatever. Pro tip, if you are okay with sending people things late for Christmas and you don't want to compete at the post office, just send everything like a day or two right before Christmas Day, because nobody will be there, because everybody's like, oh, even if I send it today, it will be late. So pro tip, that's okay, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and set up for this. Okay, there we go. But yeah, Christmas will be great. I was able to let my kid open a few gifts today for Christmas Eve. Well, I guess yesterday now, because it's past midnight in my time zone. But she had started watching this thing on YouTube called Mr. Monkey Mechanic. And if you guys haven't seen this show, so I normally want to be offended by like every new kid show, but like I'm looking at everything with a very critical eye. This show is surprisingly good. Maybe not that entertaining to an adult, but like I feel like it has a lot of things to teach the 2-year-old. So it has Mr. Monkey, who owns a mechanic shop and does all the fixing. He has other animals come in with their vehicle, try and fix it. He goes through the thought process of diagnosing what the problem is with their car or vehicle. And then he goes through coming up with a solution with the things that he has, like engineering-wise. And then you see him put it together and then explain why it should work. And I'm like, that's kind of educational for a 2-year-old. So anyway, I was impressed. So where am I going with this? I got my kid a little wooden Montessori-style truck that has a bunch of different screws with some tools. So it came with like 2-size Allen wrenches, a screwdriver that you can swap to be Phillips or a flathead, some just nuts and bolts that you can just manually screw with your hand. And I hope that she loves it, because she's starting to get into the show, and she just opened that earlier today. She liked it a lot, but it only lost out to another gift that I selected, but I actually signed it from Grandma because My mother isn't around here to celebrate, but we did a Zoom call earlier. So anyway, sorry, it was not a Zoom call. It was a video call via some other technology. Anyway, man, sorry, where was I? Yeah, tangent. I now have respect for Mr. Monkey Mechanic. All right, there we go. I said it. I put it out there. House Andrel says, "Hi friends, hi." Literally just drop me and say hi. Merry Christmas. Hope you have a wonderful time with friends and family. Thank you so much, House Andrel, for hopping in. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we don't talk to you until New Year. Happy New Year. But thanks for hopping in. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. All right, so we have. Oh my God, I could do the. Hold on, let me grab my extra tidbits for this. We're going to have our load state and save state buttons. Let's do that too. Okay. Okay, so we have our 4 5s, and we have our 4 queens. Now I'm going to introduce you to all the queens. We have the Queen of Spades. We have the Queen of Diamonds. We have the Queen of Clubs. We have the Queen of Hearts. And so we have the 4 queens over here, and then we have the 4 5s over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit the Save State button. So we're going to save the state, the 5s being over here and the queens being over here right now. So if we ever need to get back to this state, we'll hit the Load State button. But first things first, let's just go ahead and show you what happens when we start to interact with the system. So if I go ahead and I just wave this over the top, nothing really happens, right? That's still a 5. But look, all I have to do is just grab the 5 and touch it, and that turns into one of the queens. I know, super weird, right? Now, if we go ahead and so we have 2 5s here, and what I want to do is, once again, if I wave over it, nothing really happens, right? But if I go ahead and I just touch, something else changes to a queen. There we go. That one's changed to a queen. And then finally, with these 2 5s, some people think that I can only change things one at a time, but when you're interacting with the system, you might be able to change 2 things at a time. So if I just tap that, that's actually going to become, wait. That, you only saw one of them change. Is that right? We just saw only one of them change. Hold on. Let me just reset this by waving over here for a second. Let me touch both of these. Both of them should have changed to queens. They're both queens. Okay. There we go. That's super weird. There was a glitch in the system. I don't know if there are hackers in this system, or if it was just a really bad ROM. I mean, look, we're fiddling with things from, like, you know, really old. Anyway, after we saw that, we were like, hey, there's something weird. We should probably just reset the system. So we're going to hit the Load State button, because I was like, I didn't like the look of that glitch. Hold on. Load State. Okay, so now remember, the original state that we loaded, this is now, this should be 5s and this should be queens. So here we are, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 5s. And then, of course, we have 4 queens. 2, 3, 4. And that, my friends, is reset. Whew, okay. Thank you so much for that request, Charlie's Beats. And full disclosure to everybody, I almost messed up there, but in my mind I was like, I need to learn how to recover from these. So I think I did pretty well on the recovery there. And so I was happy with how I handled it. So now if that happens in real life, I now know that is a great way to handle it in real life. I probably won't have the save state and load state buttons, but that's okay. To be fair, if I was doing this in real life, I probably would be hard-pressed to have a crowd that understands the load state and save state buttons. So, but you guys are my people. You guys get it. You guys have heard of what video game emulators are. Oh man. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Chan the Magic Man, Gibson Lens. Thank you so much for that request, Charlie's Beats. Thank you so much to everybody for spending your Christmas Eve hanging out with me, or Christmas Day if it's past midnight for you. And thank you for the claps, Huma. So first things first, let's close the queue. Next things next. What do I want to do for a finale tonight? Probably Dazed. And then let's do our normal thank yous at this time. So, thank you so much to everybody who decided to come out and hang out. Once again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hopefully everybody has nice, safe, enjoyable, relaxing, and glorious holidays. Oh my god, that heat map is running all over the place. How am I going to get it? But anyway, if it wasn't for you guys, thank you so much to everybody who's interacted with the stream. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun. So thank you so much if you requested a trick, chatted in chat, clicked on the heat map, remembered a card, any and all of those things. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all the lurkers out there. If I'm just here fiddling with cards, there's no magic happening because I know how the tricks are done. Well, me and the deck sock. So, but you know, the magic happens in your mind. Thank you so much to everybody who supported today. Thank you, Chan the Magic Man and Frolic Chris. And, of course, Kisogo Plays for all the gift subs. Oh my god, thank you, Kisogo. And also, thank you so much for, if you guys could give the mod some mod love. Thank you so much, Gibson Lens, for hanging out, helping me out, and just general being an awesome guy. If you guys are not following our mod Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Gibson plays piano, usually very relaxing piano, and also has composed many of his own originals. So check him out. Also, as we discussed, Gibson Lens is a mod for like a dozen other streamers. Although we did discuss, and not as many of them are active. I could not imagine modding like a dozen active streamers. That seems a little nuts. So, like, I can hardly actively mod like 2. Like, I don't even feel like I can do that good a job. I'm kind of like now like a 3-ish, but not really. Like, so. You're welcome, Gibson Lens. Candace, welcome in. How's it going? You've hopped in right at the end, so we have a finale trick, and then we're basically good to go. But if you wanted to see something else besides the finale trick, I could probably fit it in if you wanted to request something. But how's it going? Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So, anyway, where was I? Oh yes. So that aside, barring Candace wanting another trick, we have a finale trick, and then we will find somebody to raid out to. I have a feeling that tonight maybe there might be different people either streaming because of the holiday or fewer people streaming. But that's just a suspicion. I don't actually know. I haven't actually looked. So I know I don't normally do this, but I'm going to take a look to see who's on right now, just really quick. Oh yes, and also if you were here earlier in the stream or you were here last week, Merry Christmas! For everybody else who does not understand that. I'm sorry you're not in on the joke. Everybody else who understands that, Merry Christmas! Alright, okay. So, I guess for those who want to understand, you'll just have to watch the VOD. Just watch the whole thing. Oh, that's so kind. Heading to bed soon, though. Okay, I'm sitting with 3 dogs and decided it's time for bed. Lol. Oh, okay, all right, good. So maybe one finale trick is all that is enough then. I'm proud to have you as a mod too, even when you're not in chat. Oh, thank you kindly, Chan. Greatly appreciate it. Might stream some Christmas music tomorrow if the dogs settle. Nice, Candace. Nice. Um, there's a strong chance I'm not going to be able to hop onto any streams, but that's good to know. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this heat map. Delicious. Silly Sibin Waves hit affiliate a few days ago. They're a mod for several music streamers. I don't know if I'm aware of Silly Sibin Waves, so let me take a look. Yeah, I'm not following them. Okay. They just hit affiliate. Interesting. Alright, so maybe we've got a good potential target. Let me see who else is on. No, I said, wait. Hold on, you're going to hear an ad. I'm sorry. Okay, thank goodness. Alright, hold on. I'm not going to do this because I normally do. So I'm going to do the trick, and then we're going to look for somebody to raid. Because I swear that when I do this, the person I want to raid will just not be there. So he does ambient music. He's a great fan. J. Cron Cody Dog. Hold on. J. Cron Cody Dog. Alright. Welcome in, J. Cron Cody Dog. How's it going? Welcome in. He is a great fan. Awesome. Okay, cool. So that's a good testament to Alright, so here we are. We will go ahead and perform this trick. Reminder, next week I will not have a Sunday stream. If I do another stream as makeup, it'll be on another day, not on New Year's Eve. Okay, cool. So, also a reminder, if anybody wants to check out other things and you want to see more magic while I'm not live, check out my YouTube. I still put up a new trick every week. And all of my VODs go up there after they fall off retention. Oh, and also if you want to check out other Magic Twitch streamers, we know of 4 that have a regular Magic schedule. Chan the Magic Man, one of which is in chat right now. We also know of Hallowthorn, Singaporean magician, and we also know InfoXR, also known as the Godfather of Twitch Magic, because he has 3 Magic streams a week. So, all right. Okay, cool. Awesome. Now, here we go. I have a pile of cards. We have a 6 of diamonds. We have a queen of clubs. And I have 4 other cards here. They look normal from this side. But if I were to flip these over, you're going to see something really odd. That are double-sided. Actually, they're all double-sided except for this one. This one's weird. This one's blank on this side. But if I do something super interesting with these double backers, like if I grab this, they have a strange property where if I hover them over the top of another card, the strange thing happens. The strange thing is that all of the cards turn into that card. So look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of diamonds. I know, super weird, right? Now, if I go ahead and I grab the Queen of Clubs, if I hover this over the Queen of Clubs, something interesting once again happens. Because all of the cards turn into Queen of Clubs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Queens of Clubs. I know. Super weird. And then we have this card right here, this strange blank card. But if we take a look right now, all the cards are currently Queens of Clubs. But if I go ahead and I just place this on the deck and flip it over like this, all the cards now become blank. Is that super strange? Now at this point, some people are wondering, hey, what do the backs look like? And so I just show you the backs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's nothing weird about them except that they reflect a mirror. And that, my friends, is a successful finale. We'll call that a successful finale. All right. And that is... we'll call that a successful stream. Thank you so much for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Gibson Lens, J Cron, Cody Dog. Talking to his mod right now. Oh, okay. Are they raiding out or are they not? Because if they're not, we can raid over there. I have her on speed dial. Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah, I mean, helping somebody that just reached affiliate seems like a cool time. That would be a great Christmas present, right? So should be good. Awesome. Nice. All right, cool. All right, so once again, thank you everybody for coming to hang out on your holiday. Greatly appreciate it. Remember to hydrate. Remember to stretch. Man, I've been bad about the stretch breaks lately, so. But it looks like we have a raid target for today. Oh yeah, they've only been on for an hour. We can totally, yeah. And so we're gonna make new friends. Yeah, all the usual suspects. It looks like a lot of the usual suspects were streaming anyway. But I've already rated them. I've never rated this person, and I guess if I get some good, you guys say that it's good. All right, here we go. So today we're going to be rating Silly Sibbin Waves. That's if you're left behind. Here we go. And then, sorry, Huma, you can't start a raid here, I guess. Oh yeah, let's copy a raid call if you would like. One of these days I will update the raid call and add more emotes. I was actually thinking I could do it during this break, but I have a lot less time, so we'll see. Anyway. Alright, so thank you so much everybody. For those of you who are celebrating any sort of holiday, take care, enjoy yourselves, rest up, be happy, spend time with your families and friends. Chances, have a glorious Christmas. Yes, everybody have a glorious Christmas, have a glorious New Year, have a glorious everything, if possible. Alright, the raid's ready, so we're going to head on out of here. So great seeing everybody, and take care of yourselves. Oh crap, I have to copy a raid call, and then I will send the raid after I copy. Alright, everybody have a glorious day. Bye.